Chat. Oh, make sure they can hear you. Oh, there's an empty void where Xoruk's supposed to be.
I miss him every day.
Do you think when Xoruk looks up at the sky that we're looking at the same sky?
I can't feel my face when I'm with Xoruk.
I can't feel my face when I'm with Xoruk.
Alright, well, I guess we're coming in on this microphone. Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another exciting episode of Kazador's Guide to the Cosmos. You may notice we've got a large hole in the middle of the overlay and also in our hearts because XanillisGrimm is currently in Los Angeles right now at a wedding.
Oh no.
But we're still here to bring a show for you all today. Goodness, and it's a show I hope you enjoy.
I do too.
But before we can get to it, we need to go around the horn to our players that are here and introduce ourselves, starting with TheropodArt.
Hi, hello, it's me, your boy, TheropodArt. I'm gonna quickly go through the socials and then I'll get to what I really want to talk about. Y'all know where to find me. TheropodArt, Lizard Fun Bags if you want to see the naughty stuff. Commission's open. I'm on Twitch. Yeah, y'all know that. Lately I've been going through some stuff for those that don't know in chat, and I'm gonna post a link to it. My lizard beanbag, a Moroccan Eurymastix, had a horrible night, Saturday night, pooped out a lot of blood for a lizard. And turns out he has a gastrolith, a urolith, some sort of obstruction in his GI tract. I've started a GoFundMe, and it's, as you can see, it's doing exceptionally well. I if I think about it too hard, I start crying with the amount of support. I'm leaving it open for now. We've already made enough to cover the surgery, but if there's any unforeseen cost for medicine or blood transfusions and stuff, we're still like in that nebulous spot where like things could still keep racking up. That's just how vet bills and stuff are. So if you can donate any more, please. Every dollar helps. And if you can't donate, just share it around. That would be so helpful. Every dollar helps. And thank you so much, guys. Please help Beanbag. He is my most beloved lizard. That's it. That's me.
Excellent. Excellent. And up next, we've got Cirrus. Gets a turn early.
My goodness. Hello. You can find me all over the internet at Tixdixl, where sometimes I post art. You also can find me sometimes hanging out on other people's streams, like tomorrow, over at Burnout Vaughn's channel. We got some more No Love War Extra. And then again on Monday, we're over at the Amusing Thalia's channel for some more Deltarune. And then we're back here Fridays for some more Kazador's Guide to the Cosmos. And that is it for me for this week.
Excellent. And up next, we've got the latest crew member of the KSS Homewrecker, Citric King.
Hey, hello, I'm Citric. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Citric King, everywhere being places like Blue Sky, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter if you want to see a dead account. Just the usual going on, like, forget my shit, help Thero.
Oh, thank you.
Heck yeah. And that's me.
Alrighty. And of course, we couldn't do this week in, week out without our wonderful GM, Amusing Thalia.
Hi, I'm Amusing Thalia. I'm the GM for this. I do my own stuff on my own channel, usually, most of the time. On Mondays, we do Deltarune. I have some friends there. They're showing me through the game. We're at a part. It's a lot. Tuesday, nothing right now. Wednesday, nothing right now. Thursday, every other week, I got my TTRPG on my channel at Amusing Thalia, and got some other stuff I'm cooking in the works for you. And then lastly, back here on Fridays, and that is not including every other week on Burnout Vaughn's channel, doing Those Who Wander, DM'd by the lovely Saris, who is also present. And that's really it for me. I was nose down in my notebook as I am writing down notes on, various things that are important to Sigil, coffee, sorcery. Connor, do you happen to know any more about those things?
As a matter of fact, I do. I know that this stream is brought to you in part by Beard Sorcery.
Beard Sorcery!
That's right, Beard Sorcery. If you are a bearded person like myself, then you may require some hygiene products that are especially geared towards facial hair, keeping the hair clean, smelling good, the skin underneath healthy, hydrated, and most importantly, not itchy. And one of the brands I trust the most is Beard Sorcery. And you can save 10% off on your order at beardsorcery.com if you use code DistortionDevil when you shop online. As well, check out Bones Coffee Company. if you want to get your hands on some delicious varietals of coffee, especially now that we're getting closer to the autumn weather, you're probably going to want to curl up with a nice warm mug of cuppa. And one of my favorite brands has been Bones Coffee.
Bones!
I know.
Coffee!
I know I'm going to order some fall flavors, some cinnamon, some pumpkin, I'm sure. And you can save 10 to 15% on your order at Bones Coffee Company if you use code DistortionDevil. And with that, are we ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, I am ready.
Then let us commence forth.
Well, allow me to very quickly change the music, as this soft piano music doesn't necessarily quite set the correct tone for you all. As the crew of the KSS Homewrecker landed at the backdoor brothel, a distant and quiet spaceport, they rested and recuperated, gathering their energies and recovering from injuries from their travel and battles. And after conversations and the sharing of stories, one by one, they went through the portal and into the City of Doors. The back door is a strange and mysterious magical portal, throwing each of the party members across various parts of the city, some led by their own mental faculties, others led by their inherent connections to parts of the multiverse, while still others found themselves riding the tide of the psychic current that ties every plane together. But one by one, as they made their way into the city, and finding where they were, finding each other, and finding where they need to go, each of our members has, in some way, besides one of them, made their way to a courtyard in the center of the ladies' ward, where a scream, piercing the day, has led them all. One by one, various members of you have arrived in this courtyard, and you see a sight before you. There are spherical holes in reality that dot this courtyard. Some of them kind of shaking and moving, some of them blipping out of existence, while others still blipping into existence. Each one of them is both stable and unstable at the same time. The portals themselves seem to be complete and whole, and wherever they open up a rift to, things seem to be able to pass unfettered between. But they are unstable in that they flash between various colors, planes, scenes that you see: blue, red, orange, purple, forest, ocean, skies, fire. It seems that each one of these has the potential to go just about anywhere. And as bodies of various individuals have been splayed out on the floor, cut by the portals, or the various creatures and denizens that have come without, will bring you to the map of your first combat in the City of Doors. It will ask you all to roll initiative.
Oh boy. Oh.
I
God, where
will
the
use my
Where the fuck am I?
oh god.
You are not on
Where
the
the fuck am
battlefield
I?
right now. So you guys can feel free to drag yourself and put yourself where you feel it would be appropriate for you to come in.
Ooh. Okay. I know I'm with Vex. We were running together.
We're gonna be
so-
probably side by side.
Did Overseer get dragged as well? Want to make sure Overseer got moved.
I assume
There we go.
each dot is a portal, like colored dot.
Yeah, each
Okay.
of the polka dots on the battlefield, those are various portals. There are a lot of things on the battlefield. So, like, I totally understand feeling a little overwhelmed. At any point, you can point at one of the various figures or the portals, and I can give you more information about it.
Yeah.
I think Vex and Hakka would come in semi-close to each other. Kazador would come in from a different area, and there is a sewer grate for Rot to come up out of.
Yay! Popping my head out.
I specifically made this map, just so everyone knows. This is my general sigil city map. If there's ever a combat that I don't have a map for, or that isn't specific enough to make a map for, I'm going to be using this. I tried to make it so that it has a little bit of everything in sigil. There's a strange fountain, big open thoroughfare, random archway, various different kinds of places that you could go to, creepy alley.
Oh yeah. Is that initiative? 12. That's good for Hakka, but still not amazing.
Let's see here.
Not amazing, not bad.
That's
Oh
10.
God, where do I feel like this road, look right here, or no? We were moving east, right? So like, would it make sense to come out this way?
I mean, there's east, west, north. It doesn't. It's all complicated in Sigil. You could have been coming from any direction.
My character sheet was taking its
really
sweet
is
ass
up to
time
you.
opening.
It really is up to you where you would want to come from, and
Fuck
like
it, right
what
here.
direction feels appropriate for you.
I'm locking
whatever
in.
looks interesting for you, and like what you feel like you would be interested in interacting with. There's a lot of people that are just scattering, that are like running for the hills from this situation. A lot of people are just not dealing with it. So like there's an abandoned like stand over here and that kind of thing. Like people are just out.
I'd like to imagine there's guys at like a table playing cards and they just don't care. Like average day.
It's like over here. It's like just out of the way. There are three older guys, and they just look like human guys. One of them has a mustache. They're just playing cards. One of them has a hat, and it's like, whoa, what do you mean? Oh, we got some portals over there. You remember a portal took us all the way here that one time? Oh, I remember that. That didn't happen to you, you old codger.
Yeah. See you, space cowboy. God.
Oh, Tiny Vex. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God, that's your token? Oh my God.
There you go,
there we go.
Thanks.
Goodness gracious.
I dropped it the first time and I was like, that's not right. So I was messing around with it, and then it dropped it again, and it clearly didn't fix the problem. So that's a later issue.
All right, that's 12, 10, 7, and lastly Kazador.
Oh yes, I was going to say I'll use my Master of Tactics to give Vex advantage on initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, you like run onto the battlefield and you see across the courtyard Vex and Hakka run in, and you point. What do you say to kind of give that like burst in initiative?
I think he'll just say, "Protect the people."
Alrighty. Feel free to re-roll your initiative. Hey,
hooray!
I will say
There you go.
You're going ahead of something that you wouldn't have gone ahead of before.
And now I need to roll mine. 5. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's Hakka. On y'all's order, that's going to be Hakka, Rot, Vex, Kazador. All right. Without any further ado, the situation is constantly evolving, changing. These portals are opening up, but Kazador, and just really quickly, I want to figure out where you are on the battlefield.
Where am
I? You can place yourself where you feel would be appropriate for you. Same with Rot. Rot, you would be, or more so for Rot, you would be over here by the... Yeah, by that.
You did say I was coming in from behind.
You could have been coming in from behind or from like another angle. It is kind of from you. You would have come from different angles, I think, but you could have ended up on the same street. Like, I leave that up to you. But I do like the idea of
Kazador. Actually, what
Go
the fuck? Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, Kazador probably would have just swept in from somewhere. He wasn't with any of the other party members, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would probably...
For the sake of narrative, I'll just throw you on the opposite side.
Yeah.
And kind of close to where Rot would be coming out of.
I kind of like the balance of 2 here, 2 over there. I kind of
Rot,
like
you want me
that.
to throw you in that section, or do you want to drag yourself?
I'm already there.
Oh, Rot, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, no, where am I?
You're not on the battlefield, so you can move yourself wherever you'd like. There is the sewer grate over here.
All right. Sorry, grab myself here. Yeah,
Nope, you're all good, babe.
there I am.
In that case, as combat starts, as you all rush onto the scene, there are a bunch of individuals here who are already on the scene trying to deal with things. You notice back-to-back 2 mages over here. One is draped in long silver, white, and gold robes with a large golden and turquoise staff that vaguely looks like a unicorn, and she's holding out the staff towards one of the portals, and there's this like powerful blue magic that seems to be emanating from the staff towards the portal. She is dark-skinned, white hair, and seems to be very confident in what she's doing. Back to back with her is a dark-haired individual with straight up just like a witch's hat on, who's holding a wand out with the other arm behind the back and is doing a similar thing with deep purple magic towards these two. And they seem to be affecting these 2 portals. That's this pair over here. During their turn, that is what they do. All right, that's Silver and Eagle, Sybil. These individuals over here, there seems to be like a group of knight paladins. I will point at them again. And this group of knight paladins seems to be like stepping out of a portal, and they seem very confused. They're like looking around, stepping. This one's going to step forward, and they kind of wave their hand in front of their helmet, which glows faintly. And they're going to take a look around, and they're going to actually step closer to Rot and point the hammer at them and say, and just give a, "You! Were you the one who did this abomination?"
Whoa.
And the other 2 seem to go to back up this individual.
My bro's crawling out of a sewer. It's like, you!
There are 3 Dabu over here. They're the Ettercap tokens right now. They seem to be... There is a injured Dabu on the ground, or Dabus on the ground, that is like bleeding and like crawling away from one of the portals, and then 3 other Dabu are around the portal trying to close it. That is what they're doing on their turn, and that brings us to Hakka.
With 12 initiative? Oh my god.
Yeah. You're the highest in the party. Plus a bunch of other things just went ahead of you.
Fair enough. To start us off, do I... There doesn't seem to be like any like monsters attacking people, are there?
You heard what sounded like a monster, and there was a strange serpentine form that was going back in one of the portals right as you all entered, but it is not currently on the battlefield.
All right, I'm gonna move. Gonna move 30 feet this way.
Mm-hmm.
Babbida boopy. What are... Sorry to ask so many questions. What are these guys' deal?
Seem to be a bunch of goblin, maybe spelljammers. They're dressed in like sailing outfits, etc. You recognize some of the like general canvas that's used in spell jamming. That you saw a lot of it when you were at the Gnosis cluster. This is probably a group of goblin spelljammers, and they seem to be ready for a fight for the paladins who came out. They were all like, they pulled out weapons, etc. And actually, I did kind of forget, one of the paladins would be like stepping closer to them, not like fully aggressively, but almost defensively, trying to protect the other's flank. And these ones are like approaching, and there's definitely some tension happening right here.
Oh my god. There is a look of like Hakka's head being on a swivel, and he kind of doesn't know what to focus on, but he kind of goes to like his just basic sort of instincts. First thing first, I can do this as a bonus action. It has a 30-foot range. Spare the dying on the Dabu. Does that?
They're bleeding and crawling away. The heavy bleeding stops and seems to speed up their movement. It allows them to kind of drag themselves over to this bench. It's more like a step than anything else where people can sit on and
just
like
to break.
give themselves they're trying to like rest and recover. They're like pulling themselves.
Do they see me do that?
They like would look over towards you with the magic being cast, and a little like speech bubble would appear over their head with a thumbs up emoji.
Hakka blinks because he hasn't seen that before. And then I'm gonna try just 3rd level, just gonna test the water, dispel magic on a portal, the blue one in front of me.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll let you know now, DC 19.
Okay, so I have to roll a 14 or higher.
Yeah, I'll just straight up tell you, to dispel these things, it's DC 19.
How's a nat 20 for you?
Nat 20 absolutely does it, to the point where I will give you advantage on your next check to try to do one.
Okay.
It closes.
Zoop.
Yeah, it's almost like one hand spare the dying magic, and then the other hand Hakka just snaps his finger, and the portal just whoop.
It technically closes at the end of the turn, but just for the natural 20, it just whoop gone. But
Hakka just has a
gone.
satisfying
Awesome
just
job.
grunt of just, and that'll be his turn.
Rot, you're up.
Yeah, everything immediately jumps out of the looks around, like what I can gather at a glance. Like I know chaos is everywhere. Like anything like I don't know.
So
if you
this is
me.
a good way to do this is for you to point at something like on the map. Point at something you want more information about. Each of the portals will have some information. Each of the places has information, and each of the various groups of people will have information. Some of it will be important, some of it may not be important, but you point which ones you want to know more about, which like what you're looking at in this moment.
Yeah, these
down here.
Down here. Yeah, I see the most amount of people there.
Yes, there seem to be 3 individuals in like cream and maroon robes that are turned towards this portal. This portal is like gouting fire in this direction. And these 3 individuals are holding up like magic barriers, trying to like stop the fire. You notice behind them, there's a group of slimes that look very singed, and 2 other priests in similar cream and maroon robes that are like attending the very damaged slimes. That is what you see down there.
Because in the thread is like people here, Rod will just like try to like step out of the. Second, oh, there we go. Have just 15 feet. Yeah, there. They will approach slowly, hands up. Like I don't know what's going on, and that would be turn for now.
Roll a persuasion check.
Will do. Persuasion. Yeah. That's an 18.
18. This individual takes an aggressive step forward towards you. They're pointing the hammer, they have the shield out, and you hold their hands up and you speak really softly, listen, I have no idea what's going on. You very genuine. And they kind of lower the hammer. They seem almost confused by that response for a second. Like they were not expecting you to be amiable to have a conversation with. And they would look back. You can't really see much about this individual. They are in full plate. But they look back towards the other individual, over their shoulder. This person's in half plate with an axe and another shield, just kind of gives them a little bit of a nod. And that is what happens. Anything else on your turn, Rot?
If I see the positive response, then seeing what Hakka did, I'm gonna try and follow up and do all the spell magic as well on the
as you
nearby.
try to dispel that. All right, same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, dispel magic. So that's wisdom roll.
Flat wisdom, DC 19.
Not a save. Check.
Yep, not a save, just a flat wisdom check.
Right.
I believe
19.
DC 19.
Just what you needed.
Hell yeah.
The edges of the portal begin rippling, and this portal that seems to be showing a luscious green field just expanding into endless horizons slowly begin closing. We'll close at the end of the turn. Vex.
So, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We have, just to recap, right? We have, if I can point, aggressor down here, but not exactly.
Some sort of altercation.
These two are allied with that one?
They seem to be. This one seems to be backing this one up, and this one seems to be guarding their flank from the goblins.
Yeah, these are the goblins. These are the Dabu, or are these the...
Those are not the Dabu. The Dabu are the Ettercaps,
okay.
Tokens over here. These two have not been questioned yet.
Yeah, I'm curious about these two then.
These two are... you can actually see they do look like knight-like individuals, but underneath is not exactly humanoid. It's long, metallic, spindly, geometric shapes that are all kind of uniform gray in color that is wearing this sort of armor. Some sort of non-human entity wearing vaguely humanoid armor. It does have that bipedal appearance underneath. And this seems to add a veneer of humanity to it. The two of them, their weapons are stowed. They don't have a shield. They just have a weapon stowed. And the two of them are carrying what looks to be a big, heavy box with a bunch of very clearly danger symbols on it from various languages and cultures and customs. And they're dragging this box away, as it seems that there is a very close radius around this portal that is dragging things in towards it. You see little bits of little rocks and stuff that are just slowly being pulled towards it. And it seems like this individual is too close and the box is too close, and they're very slowly being dragged towards.
No!
I think I can help them. The question is whether or not I can come off as not offensive, as in I come in peace, trademarked. Let me see if I can get close enough without... Am I able? Yeah. Okay. I am able to get there. And I actually would like to use, and there's going to be a little bit of flavor to this because I don't necessarily want to do harm. But I would like to try using my channel divinity, Nature's Wrath, to get those two to stop sliding in.
Oh yeah. The like wraps up in vines kind of thing.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm gonna have
Hell
them.
yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion check with advantage, and this is
and
like
I can to add to the narrative flavor of this. As Vex is running up, they're going to say, "I'm here to help. Hang on!" And
absolutely
with that,
persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Let me get back to the right page. There we go. Persuasion. Public roll, not a whisper roll. There we go. 15.
The kind of geometric head of the one that's closer sliding looks back towards you under the helmet, and you see two green-yellow dots underneath the helmet that act probably functionally like eyes, make eye contact with you, and they nod, and they're both going to willingly fail the saving throw so that they are restrained.
Perfect.
And I will mark that all down. Hell yeah. Fucking great turn.
And then
Boop.
I think that's all I would like to do. I think that's all I would like to do on my turn.
Amazing turn. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, they almost like drag them back into place, and they're still being pulled. Like you see little like things of theirs like flying off, like chips of armor and metal and that kind of thing, but they are held in place right now. Amazing. Thank you.
That's what I wanted to see happen.
Alrighty. It is now going to be a bunch of civilians. The slimes at the bottom are going to begin moving away. You will see how fast they move.
They are slimes.
Incredible.
They are slime. They are literally slimes. The goblin spelljammers. Gotta roll. For now, are not attacking the individual, but they are yelling at this individual in Goblin, who does very clearly does not speak Goblin, and this one is like approaching with an axe held out, like, hey, back off. And this Paladin type does not seem the type to back off. They're like raising the shield, sword out, like this is definitely escalating right here. That is happening right there. The Dabus is fine. Injured Dabus is fine. I can mark them off. The last thing that hasn't really been interacted with yet, but people who are paying attention would see, two elephant guy priests are over here with like, one has a big club with spikes on it. The other has a big like, it seems like they literally just took like a rock that was nearby on the ground, and they're holding it up, and the two of them seem to be waiting for something.
Just imagine, Tom from Tom and Jerry just waiting by the mouse hole.
Very much what's happening. At the end of the turn, all interrupted portals go away. Boop, 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 boop. And you see the two mages up here kind of pant a little bit. They look back towards each other, and then there's a faint rumbling, and as popping out of the portal just to the north of them is the form that you saw earlier, just entering the form you saw earlier.
Oh no!
Portal, now exiting the portal, kind of looking around, and beginning to crawl out towards the nearest target. That is, I
can't believe Click-Clack made his way to Sigil.
Right. Pull up the stats really quickly on that bitch. And that is that for everything going on. We get back to the top of initiative. The two mages. Oh, sorry, not the top of initiative. One more.
Yeah,
Interdimensional Worm, then Kazador. I don't know why I keep doing that.
That's okay. It's not like my name's on the front of the screen or anything.
You know, it's not. So, it's no big deal. It's all you, babe.
Right. I'm standing right next to a portal. What is happening with this pink one?
The pink one right now, this is one of the ones that's flicking between a bunch of different ones, like back with the and some of the ones that it's flicking between are very dangerous. You see like clouds of green gas and a gray miasma leaking out from some of these portals. The water spills out, acid spills out. They're reacting poorly on the floor. This is probably one of the most unstable ones and is quickly eating into the literal physical area around it and is growing.
I'm gonna
Oh, that's not good.
I'm going to take a point from Hakka, and I'm going to also attempt to dispel magic to close this portal.
Absolutely.
Let's have a question about that, because the ability check says is your spellcasting ability. So should we also count proficiency?
No.
Generally not
Okay.
with flat checks. No, you are not
Yeah.
proficient with flat checks.
Okay.
Yeah. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. That ability is your stat bonus to your casting.
Yes. So for me, it would just be my charisma modifier.
Yeah, there are certain times where I apply proficiency to those kinds of skills, but not in dispel checks.
Yeah. Specifically, Abjuration Mage specifically
Yes.
says you can add your proficiency to your spellcasting ability when counting.
Got it.
I'm normally like,
Alright.
I like to give buffs like that, but if it's a class feature on something else, then I like to leave it for that class.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Fair point, you got it.
Be a hero.
That's just a reroll.
Yep, flat reroll.
All right. 19.
There it is.
Let's go.
It fights back on you. It like grows a little bit. It almost seems to try to siphon some of your magic to like into itself, and you are confused and probably alarmed for a moment before you see the other two mages almost like looking down at you appraisingly as this is happening, and that part of you kicks in. The like saving face kicks in as you focus your magic,
Right.
and it
Hobgoblin.
begins to slowly close back up. That will, at the end of turn, boop. So that would have gone with the rest of them.
I think Kazador would just use his movement to sort of haggardly stumble closer to Rot. I think I can only get about... Yeah, because he just had to fight this portal to get it closed. He looks over at the giant fucking thing over in the corner.
Kazador.
That thing looks like it calls from the Nether Deep.
Amazing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I love this token, okay?
It's very cute.
I don't think I have anything else I can do just yet, so that's going to be my turn.
Alrighty. Lovely turn. The two mages are going to look out at the strange portal worm, and they're both going to say, fuck that. One of them is going to Misty Step over here and then run in, and they're going to start affecting this portal in there. The other is going to Misty Step over here and run over and try to do the same thing with the purple portal. Sybil seems confused at you, Rot, but then you close the portal and kind of looks around, would turn around to the portal that they came from and see that it's now gone because Hakka dispelled it.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Don't worry, don't worry.
Oh.
This place has tons of stable portals. We can get them home.
Yeah, and they kind of look around, look very confused. I'm actually going to roll something for them. They definitely seem confused, but at the same time, there's still, like, that heroic instinct that they have kicking in, and they look over towards you, Rot, and they give a, all right, what can we do to help? What's going on? I don't know where we are, but I know people are in danger.
Rod looks at them and looks to Kazador. Kazador, any ideas?
Kill the big fuck off orb?
I think it's any ideas you hear in the background, like from across the courtyard, the of the worm, and they're going to look up that direction and be like, well, I can do that. And the other one goes charging after, and they're going to move that direction. That is going to be their turn. The Debu are going to move over towards this green portal and start doing the same thing.
Mm.
That is their turn. In which case we get to the following. Doesn't really do anything right now. They're just maintaining status quo. Top of player characters to Hakka.
Is this situation still looking to escalate?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Hakka grits his teeth. Enough! Calm emotions.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna roll a general check for the that one and a general check for that one. The goblins all seem to kind of lower weapons and they take a step back. The paladin type raises the shield and speaks in a language that you don't understand and like levels the sword at you now.
Oh, do I
Says
dare?
something once again in the language you don't understand.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get to there, and this might backfire. I'm gonna get to there. I'm gonna get right in his face, and just point to the big, massive worm. You're wasting your time. Innocents could be hurt. Fight that or get lost.
All right, roll me intimidation. 11.
He's gonna hit me.
There's a pause. They kind of, you see and hear the like leather on the weapon of their glove kind of as it grips tighter, and they call back towards their captain in the language you don't understand, seemingly holding themselves back from attacking you right now.
Hawk is just angrily pointing and shouting at him, and that'll be that'll have to be turn.
Alrighty, Rot.
Seeing everyone like this group here running, Rod looks back at Kazador after just asking like any ideas, and just I will help them. And you see as Rod starts running 30 feet. Yeah, they run right here by the Paladin in the front, and as they are doing that, you've seen Rod go through different changes on the last fight, but this is a different one. I need to find it. Where are you? As pale tendrils start coming from under the robes and encasing them, as symbiotic entity goes in.
Nice.
As if it was like an external mesh of muscle bulking up their figure. And that's with my action, and with my bonus action, I want to spells. You see the tendrils stretch to their staff as Shillelagh goes on, and that is my turn.
Alrighty.
Spore Druid.
Spore Druid. Alrighty. The symbiotic entity consumes your body as you move forward, and the paladin type like looks over at you and they like give you an appraising look up and down. There is definitely almost confusion coming off of them. Like they maintain that level of very unsure about you in many ways. But they are not aggressive anymore, at least for now. Great. Awesome. And to Vex.
So, current status of the duo right here, are they
Restrained as long as that lasts or until the portal's closed.
Sure. Okay. I can't help with the portal, so and I'm gonna double check really quickly on that for you.
I believe it's a minute.
Yes. This for a minute.
Alrighty.
So, I'm assessing at this point the situation. They're fine, question mark, at least for the minute. Hakka's got a hand on that.
What is wrong with you? Like, Hakka doesn't appear like he needs help.
Okay.
Like.
We've got the two over there. What is, really quickly, just for my clarification, what is that exactly?
So the blue, the individual who's highlighted in blue and the individual who's highlighted in purple are the two mages who've been closing portals. The one that's dressed in white and gold is the using blue magic is this one. The one that's dressed in purple and blues and using purple magic is this one.
I'm a wee bit nervous about just leaving these two, but a minute's a minute, and as long as they continue to fail that saving throw, they're gonna continue to stay in place. So I think I'm gonna go for Worm.
Go for Worm.
Right. I'm not gonna get necessarily super far, but that's fine. I'm gonna bonus action Spirit Shroud.
Absolutely. The spirits of the damned begin to flank you as you rush forward.
And then, as you can probably get, I'm gonna click this for sake of yeah. And then I'm gonna use my dash action.
Yep, I will measure you out.
Yep, 60 feet.
There you go. Awesome. The goblins are going to back up, allowing Hakka to take the situation as they seem to be retreating.
I'd rather Hakka get hit than the commoners.
It's at this point that they realize that there is a yellow portal that is like on their tent, and they're like looking around and kind of freaking out, as this seems to be another unstable one. It's not flashing between a bunch of dangerous things. It's just growing bigger and seems to lead to an endless sky expanse. And the tent is like kind of falling into it and like whipping in the wind. That is that one. That is the goblins. Debut. The elephant people their quarry seems to have arrived as they turn around and go rushing towards the big worm.
I love Loxodons.
And they're going to dash action to get up to it. That is their turn. Romani into Worm. Worm is going to use its... It does not like all the people rushing at it. That's not fun. It's going to use its move action to pop through a portal and will provoke attacks of opportunity. both of the fucking elephant people lay into it with big cuts, but it does. Whoop.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to roll for it. I don't get to choose which one it comes out of. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So D8 reroll on ones.
Oh shit, we playing whack-a-mole.
Yep, you're playing whack-a-mole. That's very funny. Whoop. Comes out of the purple hole nearby and rushes towards the mage in white and is going to attack them. All right, that's going to be... it strikes out with a big pincerish bite, and the individual throws up a silvery blue shield, which seems to catch the pincers around it. But you see that kind of is taking their focus now, and the disruption on the portal begins to no longer be in effect as they are interrupted. And Kazador.
All right. Kazador's going to see this worm that's just like popping in between these portals. He's going to look around at the chaos and he's going to close his eyes. And upon opening them, this copper-colored energy will begin to just pour off of him. He looks to Hakka, Vex, and Rot and says, "Occupy anything hostile. I'll close the portals." And I'm, as a bonus action, going to activate Trance of Order.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For the next minute, attack rolls against me cannot benefit from advantage. And whenever I make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I can treat the roll of d20 of a 9 or lower as a 10.
Nice.
And that's a bonus action.
Holy cow.
So I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to dispel magic on this red portal.
A gout of fire is barely being held back by 3 starting to look kind of singed and tired priests that are protecting this situation over here.
All right, yeah, dispel magic.
You got it. Go ahead.
That's a 15.
That is a 15. A 15 fails, but it does not fail by 5 or more. If you so the way that this will work is if you next turn do it again, it will succeed.
I see. All right.
Okay, that's... Okay. So at most it's like 2 turns,
At most it's 2 turns. This thing is fighting back against you. The fire that is erupting out of it seems to be pushing on the edge of the portal, and it is causing more resistance than you were initially expecting, and it is taking more of your magical power than you intended.
Well, I've got it in abundance.
Your power of order is helping. You would not. It would have been a full failure without it. Into Vex, Kazador. Worm went into... she is not exactly happy with the situation. Kazador, roll me an Arcana check.
It's a 19.
19.
Technically, that's a 20, actually.
That is a 20.
Because of Trance of Order.
Oh my god.
Everyone around you stops moving for a moment. The sparks flying through the air, slow. The screams come to a halt. The pulling away, Hakka yelling in this individual's face, the goblins rushing toward everything goes to a slow. And only you, because of your magic, are able to perceive as there's a cracking sound, and the individual with the blue magic seems to step away and begin rushing across the battlefield, just like running, while everything else isn't moving. And as they arrive, they cast a couple of... And you're just frozen while this is happening. As they arrive, they cast a couple of spells to seemingly protect themselves and like add some seemingly buff spells of some kind. They misty step over here, all while everything else is frozen. And then they begin channeling on this white portal. As whoop, everything comes back, and this person is just on the other side of the battlefield.
Damn. The fact that I even saw him do that.
Her.
Oh, her, sorry.
Yeah, long blue robes, white robes, gold trim, dark skin, long white hair, big golden staff. Yeah, but you know what that magic was, Kazador. All right, that is her turn. At the end of the last turn, Eaglelive succeeds and begins rushing out to try to close this gray one. She is done there. The Debu succeed as we get back to their turn. Vex, thankfully you look behind at where your magic is holding up, and the Debu have succeeded in that one and have moved to the pink one.
Perfect.
And that is what they're doing. Sybil and crew are going to continue rushing towards and full action dash rush up to the worm. Seems to place some sort of divine magical mark on this worm. Like this strange green light begins to light up on its chest as they rush forward, and that is their turn. And the Debu have gone, coming back to the top. The following, they're going, and Hakka, you're up.
All right. Hakka's angrily looking at this guy, but then he notices the portal begin engulfing the tent. And again, third level, Dispel Magic on the
Alrighty, you got
portal.
it. You have advantage on this one because of the nat 20 on the first one.
All right. Let's see. Oh, 17.
A 17 does not succeed, but the magic, it flickers, and the expansion that was happening slows, and it seems to close slightly. Same thing as Kazador. If you do it again on the next turn, no check, you just succeed.
The thing is, Hakka's gonna take Kazador's orders of he's got the portals, but Hakka did want to help with that one a bit. And provoking an attack of opportunity, Hakka will, if this guy wants to take a swing...
Don't worry, I got this.
They take like a shield bash at you, but you see it coming. It's very telegraphed, and you with your own shield, the two of you clash shields as you go rushing away.
Hakka just does a condescending just snort as he just leaves and focuses on the worm.
Awesome. To Rot, you're up.
First of all, Rod is going to keep running as they get by Vex. And the worm, does it seem attached to the portal, or
it seems to be coming out of the portal? Roll me a perception check, Rod, because you were watching both times when it happened.
Perception. That's 14.
14. It is coming out of the portal. The portal looks different the times that it has come out of the portal, but you are unable to really see it because it is like occupying the entirety of the portal. So you don't but there is some sort of tell or marker or like something happens to the portals, but it seems to be traveling through them.
So Rod makes it by Vex, and Vex will notice them like covered in this mesh of like white tendrils, and they give them a nod and just say, "Letting off the lid." And you see as Rod punches the ground, and I want to cast. A second. Bones of the Earth under the.
Oh, I love this spell.
Let's go.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to close that one, but I can yank it away from it. I want to place I want to place all 6 of the pillars underneath it.
So like in a like tower, so it goes boop 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 boop, or like all 6 in a group launching it up at once. Because it's each pillar has a diameter of 5 feet and a height of up to 30 feet. So you could, like, if you were stacking them on top of each other, I think you can do that. But regardless, it is going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10. That's a failure.
Oh. Does it have legendary resistance?
Not this one, no.
Okay.
This is just a big creature. Strange creature. It cannot get the full height because it's not like pinning it against anything. Yeah, this is where the question asks, are you launching, is it like 6, like is it like a group of them popping out all beneath it? Or are you like stacking them like a tower, Rot?
My idea is to separate them from the portal, so I'm making a tower, like a wide one.
Got it. The dex save fails. I'm going to say they launch over here because of it. And I'm going to say that the pillars, which I will really quickly draw. Boop, 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 boop. Kind of like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
The pillars create a like gap between it, and it kind of goes sprawling on the ground. I'm gonna say do 3d6 points of damage because it gets launched 30 feet in the air, then slams into the ground.
Hell yeah.
I am gonna give both of the paladins dex saves to get out of the way. The commander, very clearly the commander pushes the other one out of the way and kind of gets half crushed by it a little bit. But they seem okay. They managed to like crawl out of it. It wasn't like, it was more of like a glancing slam than anything else, but they do take that damage. Great turn. Absolutely great turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vex,
you can see like when
anything else on your turn. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and again, like as Rod punches the ground, you realize like the tendrils go in and they like come basically like grabbing the ground and forming the pillars who are covered in the same white tendrils. And for bonus action, I don't think I have anything else I can do for now. Oh yeah, no, actually I do have one thing I can do. Yep. It's a bonus action. Sorry, just making sure it's
you're all
a
good.
bonus action.
You're all good.
I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. Yep, as a bonus action, spreading spores. I want to place a field of spores right in.
Yeah,
in this
right on its head. Yeah. Whenever a creature moves in the queue for starts its turn, there let's make a. It just takes the damage unless it sees on a con save. Awesome. In that case, moving down to Vex, you're up.
Alrighty. Bonus action. Form of Dread. Immediately, they once again turn into this distorted, monstrous-looking being. This time, though, with how things are going, you watch as even their own wings begin to look gnarled, and as they furl them out, prepared to take, I'm going to take a little bit of flight to get myself a better shot at the head. Gonna use my movement basically to go straight up. Looking objectively terrifying. And I'm gonna smash it with my hammer. I'm gonna do a hammer throw. With both Spirit Shroud and Form of Dread active.
You got it.
First throw. Oof.
Oh.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Damn.
Hero point.
Hero point, you got it.
Come on.
22.
There we go.
That hits.
All right.
Yippee!
So that is damage time. So much damage. If Roll20 will cooperate with me, it keeps closing my sheet on me. Here we go. And that's just for the hammer itself. Plus, I'm going to force it to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
It does succeed on the wisdom saving throw. I think
Sure.
what you are able to determine is this thing's mental faculties are very alien.
Okay.
And it doesn't process fear in the same way. So, like, you're not
That's-
surprised it doesn't get
But
feared
it's
immediately.
good information.
Mm-hmm. But it does, like, kind of lean with the blow, and there's a cracking of the chitin on the outside.
And then I'm going to add, we're going to go for Radiant.
Nice.
Yeah, just the one.
Time stop. Hammer time.
All right. That's 20. I think it's, if I've done the math right, that's a total of 22 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. And that is just first. That is just first attack, babe.
Yeah, that will be my first attack. We're gonna do it again.
Oh, fucking do it
14,
again.
not so
Oh
bad.
my god, roll
14,
20.
Even with potential flanking, that would miss. Unfortunately, this thing's hard chitin. It seems to like be wary of you now, and seems to show its like harder back chitin towards you to kind of weather the blow at least.
Hey, 22 damage is 22 damage.
22 damage is 22 damage. You're chunking this thing. You hit as hard as the giant fuck off Luxodon. Actually harder.
Right.
So yeah, awesome. That your turn?
Yeah, that's my movement, my bonus action, and my action.
All right, the following are continuing to back up Kazador with that portal. The civilians, the goblins are trying to get their stuff and pull it out of the portal. Like, dragging their tent out of the portal as best they can, and like one of them
digging into the dirt.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just like no, because they don't want to lose their tent. The Luxodon are going to wheel and turn on the big worm again. And we're gonna make 2 attacks with them. All right, that's a hit, and that's a hit. All right, that's another 40 damage. Sometimes for NPCs, especially for quick NPCs, I just use the flat roll rather than rolling. Just for anyone listening, and or if anyone cares, that is Luxodon into the Romani can't do anything right now. Interdimensional Worm is going to let me double check. What does this thing do? Yeah. It is going to let out a loud piercing screech, and like I need all of the NPCs around it, which I will roll 2 really quick checks. Paladin succeed, Luxodon don't. Makes sense, they have big ears. Rot and Vex, I need con saves from you two.
Do you have aura?
You do have aura.
As this thing opens up its maw and lets out a piercing that just like goes directly into the depths of your eardrums, and all of you have to put your hands up as you shake from the pain.
That's a what, a +3 on that whatever it is that rot gets.
Oh, 14.
Oh.
14, that is a failure.
Eh,
Working on it. 19.
very nice.
Is that
All
with
right,
your aura?
19.
I'm not sure that aura applies
you're-
to me as a pally.
Your
It
aura
does.
does apply
does.
to it does apply to you,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So feel free to
that's
add
a
your aura
22.
to all your stuff, and that's a 22. You succeed. The Luxodon are stunned. The Paladins are stunned. Vex, you are not stunned. Rot, you are stunned. I run stunned differently, just so you know. Stunned, rather than you can't do anything, it's just disadvantage on anything. Like anything you would do, you have disadvantage on.
Okay. That sucks, but it's less fun, or it's more fun than skipping your turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I've thought a lot about
You
it.
at least get a chance.
Exactly. Paralyzed, it creates the slow condition as the slow spell. So if you paralyze something, that is what that does. Basically, like inhibiting movement function. So it has the functions of a single target slow spell, and stunning is full disadvantage. That's how I run it. Makes it a lot easier. Doesn't take away people's agency as much. Just heads up for everyone. That is that thing as it lets out a piercing screech. You also are gonna take. I'll just roll this publicly since this is one of those ones. You take 26 points of damage, Rot, sonic thunder damage, and Vex, you take half of that.
Because symbiotic entity, I do have 56 temporary hit points.
Yeah,
so
some of your mushrooms shake off more than anything else.
Also, because it started its turn within the aerial spores that I just spread, I'm going to need a con saving throw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a natural one.
Ooh.
Hell yeah! So I need to roll 2d10 for that necrotic damage.
2d10, roll some damage.
God
Oh,
damn.
Ooh. And that's 13 necrotic damage. Nice. As this thing's starting to cook, it's being chopped down. It tries to go back towards the portal, but the bones stop it, and it can't really pull away from everything or surrounding it. As that bone spell actually is straight up keeping it from doing its like main defensive thing, which is going in and out of the holes. So great fucking call on that. Awesome. That is going to bring us from Worm's turn back to Kazador.
All right, check this out. Kazador is going to sort of interpose himself right here. He's going to wait for the goblins to pull their tent out of the portal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to twin cast Dispel Magic.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
And because both of these have had a partial success on them before, you don't even need to roll. As
They just
Kazador,
go
like
away.
finger guns, just and as the magic fires out and the portals just oscillate for a moment and then blip out of existence.
Spent my 3 sorcery points for that. I'm out of third
You
levels
hear
now.
a very impressed, come from over on the other side of the
Seeing as most of the portals are being attended to, Kazador is going to use the remainder of his movement, I don't think. Yeah.
5 feet more.
Mhm.
I'm gonna...
Is that a fruit cart next to you?
It is some sort of food stand, yeah.
You know what? I've got sorcery points. I'm going to spend 1 sorcery point to quick cast a firebolt on the worm.
Hell yeah. Fuck it up.
I believe I'm in range.
Yeah, 120 feet.
We are, 120 feet.
Here we go. Pew! 27 for 21 points of fire damage.
My God.
As all of you are fighting this thing, it lets out this screech, and as it's like finished screeching, it turns its head down towards the stunned targets, and careening from across the battlefield, this red gold bolt of fire just scorches its face in smoke as it
Yeah,
it's
not your
awesome.
It's not your typical like ball of fire scorching through the air. It's very condensed. It almost looks like just like a laser, just
pew.
Quasar condensed and concentrated. Exactly.
Amazing, amazing. Democracy protects. At the top of the or at the end of turn, boom, portal done. Boom, portal done. Boom, portal done. As what? 2 portals remain.
You're fucked now.
Lustriel is going to move 30.
Huh?
Teleport 30, and then move another 30 as she's trying to get over to this portal over here.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
It was hiding.
Not the best coloring on my part, but that was also kind of intentional since you can't really see it too well behind the thing. Seems like she has some sort of magic that is assisting her with it. Where Igglewiv is just going to Dimension Door to the other side and do that next turn. Alright, that is Illustrial and Igglewiv. Sybil and the other knight are going to drag herself out from underneath this thing. And these two are going to go fight are going to try to fight the worm. Each get 1 attack. He gets 1 attack, she gets 2. She hits twice, he misses. Brings the axe down in a big swing, and it just kind of arcs into the stonework, not really doing anything. But the Knight Commander, seemingly a surgeon with this hammer, just 2 heavy swings into it, dealing a chunk of damage. As Vex, you recognize a paladin when you see one.
Good shit.
That is Sybil. The Debut are actually going to... One is going to stay here and begin talking to the Romani. One is going to float over here and attend the injured Debut, and the other is going to move up to assist Tasha with closing the last one. That is the following. The 3 people who are protecting the slimes from the fire with like magic collapse onto the ground, singed, hands burnt, breathing heavy, and the other 2 who are protecting the slimes or like healing them and like getting them away move up and start tending their own. The priests are both stunned, so they have disadvantage. That is unfortunately misses on both of their ends. They're just kind of swinging wildly now, and the worm kind of bats them away with the tail a little bit, getting some space. Worm's turn. And back to Hakka.
How injured does this fellow look?
They look injured, but with your spare the dying, they do not look on death's door. Blood is no longer coming out of them. They're the one who gave you a thumbs up, so they're obviously conscious.
This might be overkill. I'm gonna do a 5th level healing word.
Absolutely.
10d4. Let me see. Just gotta find it on my sheet.
Don't forget I run 2024 healing, so 10d4.
Oh god. I think it would just be easier if I just roller then. So
plus your wisdom modifier, of course.
That and that. So 13, 24 plus 5, 29. 29 HP.
29 HP. They don't have a ton of color. They're kind of like gray purple in skin intonation, but there is absolutely a return to life coming from this individual. They seem to breathe a bit easier, and they kind of sit themselves back up, and they give you it's another emoji, but it almost looks kind of like a yellow goat demon kind of thing with 2 little thumbs up. As it gives you an emoji response.
Hakka would just do an appraising nod, and then get there. I think that's close enough. And I will fucking do action channel divinity back to the grave.
Path
It is
to the
vulnerable.
grave.
The worm is vulnerable to its
Mhm.
next source of damage.
Absolutely. It the cracks on it, like from the various blows, this turquoise light begins to leak out.
I'll actually, just
Highlighting
highlighting
all
its
the
weak
various
points.
cracks. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
And it can give me cover or not, but Hakka's kind of like on this.
Yeah, that
wall
can give you
structure.
half cover.
Okay.
It's a very strange thing. It's just an archway sitting in the middle of the thoroughfare. However, if you look into the archway, you don't see anything on the other side. It's just shadow.
This place is weird.
That is
Vex, strike now!
Rot. You're up.
Oh, it's Rot's turn. Rot, strike now!
Hell yeah. Hearing the encouragement of Hakka, Rot once again is like just the practice of keeping all of like they are inside, and just trying to let go just enough to make it useful. And where are you? There you go. Guardian of Nature. You see as their form starts again breaking from inside the mesh of tendrils that make this like exoskeleton, you would say. You see like spikes of bone start popping up from the different parts of the body, and especially on the head, like a crown of horns basically forming on top. As Rod walks forward and slams
I just want to
this
really
thing with...
quickly say, Rod,
Mhm.
with that description, you made my decision for character stuff for you later. I just feel so much better about it. Thank you. Continue.
Just this like pale entity in general, like white tendrils, white bone all around, and hitting now with the Quarterstaff, with the shillelagh. A question: because of stun, it's at a disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Righty.
Oh.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does not hit, unfortunately. It is actually one off with flanking.
Man.
Deal.
Unfortunate. I wish I could give it to you, but I tend to stick with rules on this one.
No, that's perfectly fine.
It do what it do, Yog.
At the end of your turn, the stun effect goes away.
Awesome. Yeah, that is action, bonus action, and movement.
Action, bonus action, movement. You got it. As you run up, and it lets it, the like screech that pierced through your ears, it's still going through you one like that little bit. It's just throwing off your equilibrium just enough to where this strike is like hits the chitin, but is not solid enough to crack through. And that is going to be Rot's turn. All right, Rot's turn into Vex.
Oh, right. Don't mind if I do. And I understand my name is not Rot. However, I'm gonna give it a try. We're gonna give it a swing.
Vex and/or Rot.
You know what? For flavor, Hakka said. For retconning, Hakka just said, "Strike it now!" Whoever.
20.
Ooh, oh,
20 hits.
Hook him up.
Plus, again, Radiant.
so
Not bad,
Boom.
not bad, not bad.
18
So
times
that's
2.
16, 18 times 2. Do you want to smite on this?
It would double.
I am going to smite on this.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. That will also apply to the double.
I'm just double checking.
how much damage I'm doing.
This is how my email finds you.
I think I'm gonna charge this with a 2nd level spell. So this is actually gonna be 3d8.
Heck yeah.
I don't know why that sent twice. I'm so sorry.
That is fine. We'll just add them together. So that's 17 plus 16, 20 is to 33. 33 plus 18, 41, 51 points of damage with that blow.
Guess what? We're gonna do it again.
Hell yeah!
As you begin spinning up the hammer and then launch it, it arcs away from you with this yellow, green, golden energy trailing off of it with these little tinges of gray and black in there as it crashes into this thing's chest, collapsing it inward. It bends over and slams its like head onto the ground and begins like writhing in pain from the pain of the blow.
And then we do it again with a 26.
And then you do it again with another 26 points of damage. Hell yeah. 96, 1 or 2, 2, 8. You got it. This thing is looking fucked up now. Those 2 blows have left it splayed on the ground, weakened and ready for a finisher.
And feeling satisfied, having landed not 1 but 2 hits, Vex is going to say, "Looks like we're going to get this thing rather quickly. Let's finish it up." And that'll be turn.
Awesome. Into Vex, into NPCs. Slimes are gone. Goblins are breathing heavy and are like gathering their equipment and checking through their stuff. One is actually going to run up to you, Kazador, and in Goblin begin thanking you profusely.
In Goblin, he'll just be like, "That I'm happy for you. Just stay back until this is done."
Thank you, my lord. I really appreciate it, my lord.
Just stay safe.
And that is going to be the goblins, the Luxodon priests. They're gonna swing one. One is gonna swing and kind of miss, still a little stunned, and the other is gonna take advantage of it on the ground and is going to like drop the like stone that they were using to bash its head in, and literally just jump on top of it, trying to pin it to the ground and keep it there. Is gonna do an athletics check against it.
Incredible.
Is fighting it. However, I'm going to say on their turn next, so I'm just going to do it now really quickly. The knights see what this Luxodon's trying to do, and they begin assisting. And between the 3 of them, they're able to hold this thing down, giving whoever would like to on the next turn advantage. But before that happens, Kazador.
If they've got the worm just like helpless on the ground. Oh yeah.
It's writhing, it's trying to get up, but there's like a big elephant man and 2 very strong looking knights like pinning it to the ground.
I will waste no time then. I am going to cast at 4th level Lightning Bolt.
Oh,
Let's go!
Alrighty.
As to make a dexterity saving throw.
Across the battlefield, there's a of copper colored.
Ow!
That is a failure. That's a 2 total.
All right. Let's see what we're working with here.
golly. You miss Hakka by inches.
Hey, how many times have we done this?
I know, but it's just...
Also, that is not the full damage.
Yep.
It is taking, additional d6. So 28 points of lightning damage.
Oh, that's so this thing was looking extremely injured, like very past bloodied with being hit by Vex's blow and like pinned to the ground. And this crack of lightning arcs across it and cracks and burns away its like big main chest plate, and it's writhing on the ground, mortal. As we get to the top of the round, Hakka and Rot, how do you want to finish this? Like, you roll obviously, but like, what? It's the two of you at the top of the initiative, and this thing from that lightning bolt is exposed and mortal.
I'd like to imagine Hakka just runs in, bites like the left side of its head, and then you like dig your tentacles into the other of the head, and we just snap the head in half.
I'm gonna have Rot roll me an attack roll with advantage.
Hell yeah. Like, using the tendrils to get purchased better, of course, but what Rod is trying to do, seeing what you're doing, is using the staff for leverage. And when you...
This thing spends its turn trying to break out from being pinned, but between everything around it with Hakka diving on top of it, it struggles in vain. As Rot, you get on top of it, raise the staff up, and feel free to roll damage for you, but this thing had 3 HP left.
Heck yeah. So, for one, the damage of the quarterstaff, I have to add 1d6 of force damage because of the Guardian of Nature. Because of a symbiotic entity, I have to roll... I think it's proficiency. I have to double check.
I was about to make a joke. No, just roll all of them. All at once.
Nope, it's 1d6 necrotic. So that's a total of 11
points of damage versus its last 3 HP. You drive the staff in. Your symbiotic entity necrotic damage also applying at the top of its turn from it's starting its turn in the spores. And as this thing is eaten away from the inside out, feel free to describe the finisher, but combat is done.
Just rot staffs inside of the creature and just lets everything they are holding back just let loose and eat it from inside out.
You all watch as this thing decays, erodes, and collapses in on itself, crumbling into a pile of desiccated nothing. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Hell yeah.
Good combat. Good combat.
We fucked that up.
You did fuck that up. That was a fun fight to run.
Yeah.
We all played our parts incredibly well.
Oh yeah. All right, I will be right back.
Yeah.
I will also find a good
ambiance track for on.
Hey, yeah. Be right back as well.
I like this one.
I'm gonna stick around with you, Leah, and occupy chat while everyone else goes to take a break, and then when they get back, I'm gonna make myself some tea.
I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna hang out with you, chat, and then when folks get back, I'm gonna get up and go do the same. But I thank you all for being here today and appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun running this one. I was figuring out this combat over the last week, and I was just like, it was one of those where I'm like, this could be a lot of fun, or they could find this really tedious, and I'm really glad y'all found it fun.
I really enjoyed the fact that, especially at the beginning, you gave us a bit of a moral dilemma of, all right, are you gonna go in guns blazing? Are you gonna test the waters first to see what's actually going on? And I really enjoyed that, because a lot of times, when we say roll initiative, the mindset is just, hey, let's go kick everything's ass. But like, actually, genuinely, there was nothing to fight, only to save. And I enjoy that, and thinking about that in the moment, especially being like creative with the kind of resources we have, which are predominantly meant to harm. And I really enjoy personally like fun, unique ways to solve those kinds of problems. So I really enjoyed this. This was right up my alley personally.
Good. I'm glad. I also like combats like this where so like everyone has a DM inspiration, right? Like there's a famous DM that everyone seems to really tie themselves to and like connect style wise. And while mine is Mark Humes from High Rollers, who's like easily my favorite GM to watch and listen to, and like I love Matt, love Brennan. Brennan does have a really like several talks where he's talking about how to make combat. And I don't always do this, but when I do, I do enjoy those combats, and it's something that I use not every time because not every combat should feel the same. But like the way he approaches it is combat very often is a puzzle. And I'm like, yeah, it is a puzzle sometimes. And that's more fun a lot of the time than just hit big thing. Don't get me wrong. I love hit big thing. Hit big thing is very fun sometimes.
Yeah. I'm
really glad you enjoyed it.
I think I know which talk you're talking about because I also really shifted the way that I try to approach especially scripted combat. Obviously when it comes to things like random encounters, they are, right? But when it comes to like scripted, like you've intentionally designed this encounter. Like this is intentional, was bound to happen. I also I think in that same talk he talks about using the environment as a factor of that, right? And like
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And like talking about how, when we talk about environment, that can be everything from like what you've done here, where it's like, this is a city of portals. There's gonna be portals, and they're gonna have consequences, right? Or like, if you're talking in like a wilderness space, right? Like what elements of like the terrain and the nature and the weather, even how does that impact the scene that you're setting? Again, that sort of puzzle, the pieces that are you're lining up. So no, I definitely see that here. I see that present, whether intentional or not, and I'm all for it. I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate that. It is intentional, and I do put a lot of thought into that. And to address someone in chat, like I do fully understand and respect and get that some people don't like puzzle stuff as much, and some people just want a more straightforward combat. And I do think you can have both even simultaneously. Like even in this combat, I put a thing on the battlefield that if you're like, I don't want to figure anything else out, I'm gonna go fight that thing. Like you can just go fight the worm. Like because I want to have that like choice that you can do what you want to do here. You don't have to do one way or the other. And if you want to engage with the complicated side of things, you can. And like that's fun for some players. Like that's fun for me. But you can also just go fucking hit the worm.
Yeah, you can. And sometimes it can feel really satisfying to hit the worm for, what was it,
50 something points of damage. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a rogue in our Icewind Dale group, and when the rogue would hit things that I set up with the Path to the Grave,
times we got that combo off was nutty.
Things just melted.
I will be right back. I'm going to go make tea. Thank you for returning.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
It's Banemaw turtle.
Golly.
That was fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go up to that that knight that tried hitting me and cast tongues on him.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck, man? Like, all these portals are opening up and there's a big fat monster and you're mad at some goblins? What's wrong with you? Get some help.
Everyone else understood the assignment. Like, come on. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I can't wait till because Path to the Grave is also great with Xoruk. The problem is I would have to roll higher initiative to have him benefit from it.
Right.
Because I have to do it and then he has to hit something. But the odds of me rolling higher initiative than Xoruk is very, very low.
conversely, if you roll low and like he still hits first,
Yeah.
you can see the change that way.
Mm-hmm.
The fun thing with Rod is that so far I have not been able to stack everything I can, which is Shillelagh, Symbiotic Entity, Radiant Consumption, and Guardian of Nature. But with those 4, like I have just
You're like a
my base
snowball.
damage. Yep. I don't have to roll high on everything, but I have a pretty decent like base. And all of those are on hit. And I can hit more than once. Well, not Radiant Consumption. Radiant Consumption is once per turn. Everything else is on hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, Lee is not here, but just accidentally, or not even accidentally, probably like, oh yeah, that was Lady Austriel's turn. Huh? Okay, Tasha's over here doing their thing. Huh?
We are in Sigil.
Oh yeah. And I think I know what prompted these portals to happen.
That was fun and chaotic. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. More than Canyon with a steel chair.
Well, old Morty is in Eberron right now, so that's fun.
Cat! Look at them.
Your shipment of cat is here.
So that's the cat delivery system. I've heard a lot about it.
Chat, I'm gonna post the picture, if you don't mind, Saris. I'll wait, because let me see. There's no. I don't.
They say go for it.
I don't think you can see the address on those boxes. I think.
Oh, that's a valid concern.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to post it in case.
Yeah.
In case some weirdo decides to like enhance and like find an address on those boxes. But chat, it's a bunch of furniture boxes and there's a cat just sitting on the boxes. It's very cute. Sorry I have to describe it, but however you're imagining it in your head, that's
how it is.
That's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. The twin cast Dispel Connor was fucking.
Yeah.
I saw my opportunity.
And you just.
I was like, boom.
On my end, it was like, I could dispel the portal behind the bug, but I'm not gonna chance it. So yeet.
Yeah. Also, it's very rare to see Bones of the Earth, so good pick there.
It's a fun spell. To be fair, most of what Rod has prepared right now is not like very tactically efficient. It's just because the character, again, like it's just new to a lot of things.
There's actually a darker black than Vanta Black now, actually. It's called
Chat,
Black 4.
We got an edited version.
Let's go.
There you go. You can see the cat on the boxes.
I return.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Cat box.
Box of cats.
Again, that's the famous cat delivery system I keep hearing about.
The cat distribution system is in full effect.
Also, the look of contempt on the cat's face. Like, why are you bothering me? How dare you disturb my slumber, human?
Actually, give me 1 second, everybody. I need to go grab something real quick.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. So the halo spores, it's usually something you can trigger on reaction, but the good thing with spreading spores is that those act independently. I don't have to worry about using my reaction for those to trigger.
I am here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I need you to know, as soon as you said Thero, that you were like, yeah, I don't know if your address is on there. I just sat there and was like, I'm not even gonna bother checking. I'm just gonna use the blur effect. It's fine.
Yeah. Can never be
Honestly,
too careful with this stuff.
Oh, 100%.
I'd hate to dox my friends.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. She is here. She is accounted for. She is actually moved from the box to the couch. How is Motzi? How is mozzarella?
Oh, mozzarella's great.
I'm back.
They're still dumb as dirt,
Alright.
but they like to eat, and they're
I think they're allowed. I think they're allowed to like to eat. I think that's good. Welcome back, Cotter.
God, I hate this. I'm just like looking at cars. I'm just window
I
shopping.
was muted. We all good? Does anyone need any more time?
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
good.
Tiny Silky Moth's asking how Beanbag's doing. Beanbag's good. We gave them their medicine this morning, and now they're just chilling.
Don't beanbag.
After the session, I'm gonna give them some food, which is just it's like this powder that you mix with water, and it's nutrient paste.
Hell yeah.
Because Beanbag does not want to eat any salad or vegetables, so I'm trying to... Like, you gotta eat something, buddy. If you're not gonna feed yourself, I'm gonna... Take this fucking slop.
For once, it's the good kind of slop.
Oh yeah, it is like veterinarian like herbivore diet, like it's meant for rabbits, reptiles, just herbivore like creatures to eat.
Does anyone need any extra more time? Just want to check in. I know you wanted to talk about Beanbag, which also, by the way, go support the GoFundMe, because Beanbag is a lovely individual, and
Thank you.
I have a lot of... I have a soft spot for Beanbag because I may or may not have a OC designed by Thero that
Oh yeah.
that is physically based off of Beanbag.
I am a scion
yeah.
of the red worm.
I'm a scion of the gold worm.
Oh, the gold worm.
I that was a
That
fun
was
one
so-
shot. That was a fun one
God.
shot.
I completely forgot about that, but that was so much fun. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get back into it.
Alrighty. Without any further ado, speak up if you need any extra time.
I could use a week.
And yes, you can actually find that one shot somewhere. That was a charity one shot on the Unexpectables. It's the gazebo stream.
Yeah, look up like Unexpectables one shot gazebo, and it should be easily found.
That is the gazebo stream, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the gazebo stream. I was playing Kethend. But yes, without any further ado, as we return to the scene of chaos around us, all of you gathering and breathing heavy perhaps, the portal behind the Bones of the Earth fades as the witch-hatted mage finishes up there, and the one on the other side of the courtyard, the white-robed mage begins to or finishes sealing it up and begins to walk actually towards Kazador.
Yep.
Who would like to go first? What would you like to do? The scene is yours as things seem to be settling around you.
I would like to approach that knight guy, but we can get to that later if there's more presence.
Yeah, I think there's a good cut for like you go storming towards that individual. But as you go storming towards that individual, probably a little bit closer in interaction is the paladin, the knight captain who begins moving towards Rot again.
For their part, they are, now that combat is over, and just having unleashed as much as they could in one blow, they are using the staff to keep themselves standing as they are breathing heavily, trying to just calm down and bring everything back in.
Wait, is Connor here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vex is gonna actually swoop down from the air, land beside you, tap you on the shoulder, and I'm gonna give you 20 lay on hands.
Sorry, no damage.
Rot didn't take any damage because of the temp HP.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't. I'm so sorry. I missed that. Never mind. Rescind that.
You go to look for like an injury or something, bleeding from the ears, and there's just nothing.
There's just nothing. Got it. Understood.
Just these chunks of the like extra mass that grew on top of them, like missing, but that's just empty. It's no bleeding, no nothing. The tendrils slowly start like coiling back in as the bones come like crack back into place.
They do, but the Bones of the Earth actually stay. It's an instantaneous permanent effect. However, the day... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just meant the bones for the Guardian of Nature. The
bones for Guardian of Nature. I thought you meant Bones of the Earth. No. But speaking really quickly of the Bones of the Earth, the Debu slowly begin lowering them into the ground and like fixing the city. But nonetheless, your interaction continues. The paladin is looking between the two of you expectantly, but does not seem to be... They don't interrupt immediately.
Again, Rod, it's very much focused on getting back to normal, and they look to the paladin. I told you I wasn't. It was not my fault.
Well, I can see that. And she like pulls off her helmet, and you see a very weathered looking half-orc woman. She has like a bunch of different scars. One of her tusks is chipped off, and doesn't seem to be replaced with anything. She's missing a little bit of an ear and like part of an eyelid. And one of the scars goes into the hairline, and like no hair has grown there. It's just a scar spot now. Looks like a very, very weathered warrior of some kind. Well, I have to say I am thankful that you did not turn out to be what... They look you up and down once more. What you seem to be.
Rod cocks their head a little bit, but looks back at the scene. You came for one of the portals, didn't you?
This is true, yes. I believe we're not unfamiliar to portals where we're from. They have happened over the years. It is my duty sworn to deal with things that come through the portals.
And that thing we just fought is something you're used to?
Looks over their shoulder towards like the remains of the worm. Maybe not one so big, but yes. These days the incursions tend to be much smaller on scale. Nothing like the invasion, but it is still dangerous. Again, looking at you suspiciously as they're talking about that.
I would assume by now their form is back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Who are you? Kind of steps a little bit closer and like looks you up and down, like gets real up in your face. Who are you?
I believe if you're willing to allow us the opportunity to introduce ourselves, such quite close quarters will not be necessary.
She still hasn't like dropped the hammer. It's still in one hand, but she will place the pick side of the hammer onto the ground and put her pommel on the top of it. And she takes like half a step back, not enough to where she's like away from you, but definitely she's like respecting that statement at least a little bit. Vex.
Just enough to get out of his immediate like range of breath.
Kind of sign.
Yeah. What was that, Citric? Sorry.
Yeah, no. Rod does pretty much the same gesture they did when they saw each other, like hands up in like I want no trouble kind of gesture. My name is Rod. I am from Playmort.
Playmort. That's looks over their shoulder and speaks again in a language you don't understand to the other paladin or the like soldier with the axe. And the two of them talk briefly in the language. We do not recognize this place. Where is it?
You're in a place of many names, but the important one to you is Sigil. This is, for better or for worse, a city of portals. This is a place where, I guess the best way to word it is that this is a place where people do not simply come and go as they please.
Kind of furrow their eyebrow a little bit, or their eyebrows a little bit, and seemingly like a little bit perturbed by this information. Well, I am from Corvair. Is this sigil on another continent? Are we in Zendrick, Salona?
Do any of those names ring a bell, Leah?
This would be either of you could roll me Arcana checks or history.
I'm gonna go history.
I'll go Arcana.
14.
They're from a land of crows?
8.
14. They said they're from a place and then like asked if they were from different places. You are more recently familiar with the concept of continents, learning about it from Toril and all that, and like learning how Faerun and all that kind of came to be.
Mhm.
But you think that this person might simply be referring to continents or regions from their home plane. They're probably a blood.
Okay. So, I regret to inform you that Sigil itself is not only a city, however, Sigil is its own plane of existence. And for what it's worth, they're gonna carefully, hammer down, hands up a little bit. You're not dead. This is not the ethereal plane. This is not the afterlife. This is simply a different place in the cosmos.
Her jaw kind of drops and she looks up and kind of really takes in the city for the first time, then looks down, looks up at Rot. Dragon below. Oh, and kind of like sways a little bit. And the other one looks at her confused and she begins speaking to that one. Before the other person just kind of opens their eyes go wide as they get to a certain point. Uh-huh. And they like kind of talk back and forth. Well, I appreciate the information, but oh my. Okay.
I will also assure you that because there are, in fact, so many ways to get in, there are many ways to get out. You're not trapped here, if that is your concern.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the information. I just have one question.
Please.
Why are you, and gestures at Rot, and seems to be addressing you now, and kind of like respect, like Paladin for Paladin is seemingly like appraising you, but gestures at Rot. Well, the question is, why are you friends with a Dalkir? And I'm really quickly gonna use, after that, pan over to Hakka. You were walking up towards this individual.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah?
Can I get a spelling?
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks. Please continue.
Double check. Yeah, and that's the spelling. I'll type that in there.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
No, you are absolutely good.
Hitting with the Everon lore.
Dale.
Yeah, you know it. I heard you perk up the moment I said Corvair.
It's a fun setting. What can I say?
I will not Google that because I don't want to be spoiled.
Hakka, you begin walking up towards this other individual.
So what's the over and under on casting tongues on somebody that probably doesn't want to be casted on? Is it a spell attack?
Spell attack, or if you're trying to do so, like you could try to persuasion and but yeah. I'd allow a spell attack roll if you're just like, here, tongues.
I think that would be actually a better chance of happening than
Yeah, go ahead, roll a spell attack roll.
Yeah, so a 24.
24 hits. So it does apply. In response, they go to bash you with their shield again, but you, seeing it coming, catch it. Roll the natural.
What is wrong with you? And suddenly he can understand me.
They look you up and down. What sorcery is this?
It's a simple tongue spell, you fucking idiot! What is wrong with you? I ask again.
What do you mean?
Portals are opening up, innocents are in danger, and you go to hack at goblin merchants?
Oh, you're telling me that members of the Empire are just simple merchants?
Oh my god. You short-sighted idiot, you are in Sigil! I've only been here a couple hours and I know more than you! It's not a crime just to exist!
I do not know what Sigil is, or we are in some strange city of some kind.
Oh, it's strange, all right. Stay your weapons!
I gestures at the goblins. I seem to have been transported to the center of the Dakani Empire.
Do I know anything about that?
You have no idea what that fucking means.
Can I, like, kind of just lean to the side and look at Kazador?
Kazador's talking with one of the merchants in Goblin, and is just, like, looking... He looks over every once in a while, and he puts a hand on the Goblin's shoulder. Gather your things. Stay safe. You might want to go home for the day.
Do you, my lord, do you want any of these silks? We've got Nyogi silks. We happen to give you some, but thank you.
Nyogi silks?
You will need them more than I do. Now, please, if you'll excuse me.
All right. He doesn't want the silks, fellas.
I'm not a lord.
Sorry, my lord.
He'll just stroll up calmly, adjust his outfit. Is there a problem?
This fool tried to attack goblin merchants. He thinks we're in some
Levels the
sort of...
sword at you as you approach Kazador.
Oh,
Some
you put
sort
that...
of goblin lord?
You put that sword
Hello,
down or you will lose your arm.
Now, hang on. Now, hold on. Let's all just take it back a few notches. We're in a very chaotic situation. It's just managed to die down. Now, sir, your question. And please, there's no need for that.
Also, there's the wording on tongue, so he can
Kind of
understand.
narrows their eyes. The sword lowers slightly. Roll a persuasion check, Kazador.
I am going to use my forceful presence to give myself advantage on this.
Yeah.
Actually, is my trance of order still
You would
going?
still apply. You would still apply.
It lasts for a minute. All right, I will save
Okay,
my
yeah.
forceful presence, and I will get. Well, I don't have advantage, but. Tally ho. 25.
Ooh.
They take a long breath and they look you up and down. Your dress is not Corvarian. Your tongue is neither. Where am I?
You are in a place where many worlds intersect. This place is known as the City of Sigil. Here there are many doors to different planes, different realities. You appear to have accidentally stumbled through one of them. This is a place where all manner of creatures try to make their living from all parts of existence. What may be truth in your world is up in the air here. For instance, I believe you spoke of an empire. There is no such empire here. These are simple merchants. And I am no lord.
I stows the sword. Forgive me. I am... Where I come from, there are still insurgent factions to an old empire. I have known many goblins to be good-natured, but in a strange place, and a large group of them that I did not recognize, I
understand.
They do look a little ashamed. Forgive me.
You were in a place that you did not know, with information that you did not have. I did the same thing, actually. I stumbled into this alley and I saw these portals open up. I saw this giant worm and I just went to work. So, fret not. There is no lasting harm, and the only trouble ahead is perhaps getting you back to your home.
Your actions were more honorable than mine. I will pray on this. Dragon above bows at you. I must report to my captain. I apologize. And begins to walk away. They kind of put their heads down. And
Kazador lets out just a huge sigh.
Your eloquence is... I'm envious of it.
As am I. As a politician, I will say that you did rather well. I could use someone like you in my court, as a matter of fact, though not hiring at the moment.
Oh.
I have done some work as a politician in the past, but those days are long behind me. It's a skill I had to polish off, Miss...
Silverwing, Mr...
Rain. Kazador Rain.
Cocks their head to the side. The hero of Icewind Dale, you say?
Hakka Pogs!
I think Kazador will like straighten up and like not really just try to look more presentable, but try to look less baffled. He's like, "Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, Hakka,
we're not in space anymore. We're people of renown here."
You're well known to me, at least. I have contacts within Baldur's Gate. Your exploits have been known to me for some time.
You have me at a disadvantage, then, Lady Silverwing.
Illustrious Silverwing, at your service. I technically, though I have been away for some time, am the High Lady of Silvery Moon, and you don't need to roll a check. You know what Silvery Moon is.
Huh.
Does Hakka know?
But Silver Wing, that's odd.
She did say that, yeah.
Not Silver Hand?
I know of an illustrious Silver Hand.
She smirks a little at you. Well, it appears that you are as knowledgeable as they say. I am Illustrious Silverhand. I tend to use a moniker sometimes when testing someone out, but you seem rather well equipped. And she holds out a hand.
He like immediately just like straightens up. High Lady of Silvery Moon here.
That explains the magical prowess.
Bright Lady, it is an honor.
Well, the honor is mutual, I will say. Your exploits are well known, at least in certain circles. You might not be publicly famous, but to those of us who care about the well-being of people, your name is known. You must be Hakka Banemaw, then.
It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. I must thank you both for your assistance. These were... looks around at where the various portals came from. Unexpected, to say the least.
Do we have any idea what triggered this?
Persuasion check.
Oh! Bleh. 8.
I have
Incredible.
some ideas. I'm looking into it as well. I have more than one team, let's say, investigating aspects of the mystery right now. Was unfortunately tied up in this, or else I would be... Illustrial, dear, we need to get... Oh, you've made friends. How... predictable. Hello. As another individual with a witch hat begins walking over.
Nice hat.
Well, thank you. Looks over at Kazador. Nice hat.
Thank you. It's made of skin.
What?
Well, so
Hakka
am I.
realizes
You've never noticed all this time? There are stitches, and there are...
I've never
patches.
taken a close look at it. Oh my god, that is made of skin.
I'm pretty sure I got this off of a hag.
Oh, which one?
Doesn't matter now. They're dead.
I've killed a fair few hags in my day as well.
Oh.
They do make good hats.
The hat is not made of the hag. Or wait, no.
Oh.
Anyway.
She seems visibly disappointed.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Eagle with pleasure.
Eagle with.
That's an Arcana check if you want to recognize that.
Do I still have my trance
Damn
of
it,
order on?
10.
Yeah, you still have your trance of order.
Arcana 18, which would be a 20.
20. Eagle with
Wow.
You're pretty sure that's the name of, like, an art?
Eagle with Igwilv. This is him thinking. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're putting it through. Shit, he knows who I am. Tasha.
What?
Kazador's like expression doesn't change, but his eyes get way bigger.
Wait a minute. Don't you... And Hakka would poke Kazador a bit. The caustic brew spell of yours.
If information
Personal
we've just
favorite.
received is to be believed, he like points. She invented that spell.
And quite a lot more. Pat's a book that had, like, on her side that is also seemingly made of skin.
Holy shit. It's the culprit of everything.
Hakka's jaw just goes slack at this point.
Forgive me.
What? Hello?
Sorry, I'm just taking it all in. We've been in the City of Doors for only a matter of hours, and already we're stopping incursions and meeting with two of the most powerful mages to have ever walked Tiril.
Well, to be fair, I do believe... Illustrial speaks up. To be fair, I do believe that those two things are in fact related to each other, and were you not the type of person to go running to the defense of others, then we would not be speaking right now.
Suppose not.
Though your respect is very much appreciated, it is good to have contacts in the city. It is good to know that you are here. How long will you be here, in case I have need of you again?
Kazador gets a look on his face that just says, "Oh boy, how do I answer that?"
Hakka looks... He goes from slackjawed to just kind of very eager, like, oh man, we're making big moves. Like, oh man, this is great.
We're still trying to figure that out, actually. If... Oh, what are we... We're looking for an inn, right? an inn for us all to meet up at? It was a named one.
The Sill Inn is the name of the inn that you were given directions to, and have also learned that is where Kylie the Tout is.
Gotcha. The crew of my Spelljammer is making our way to the Sill Inn. That's where we plan to meet up. You might be able to find us there. We aren't sure how long we're going to be staying.
Tasha looks at Illustrial. Are you familiar with that one? Illustrial to Tasha. I actually am. The Touts run out of it. It's near the bazaar. We can definitely find you there, or at least find someone to contact you there if that's where you'll be. We are actively investigating these portals, let's say, and their causes. If you have interest in that sort of thing, we can be in touch. Any information we find, you will have, and vice versa, if you're willing.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. It is good to find someone else who knows how to save the world out here.
We actually happen to be doing an investigation of our own. It may or may not be related, but we'll have more time to discuss that whenever we meet up at the Sill.
Yes, indeed. You notice that as the debut have finished with the bones of the earth, two of them have begun floating towards this group. Illustrial dear, I think we need to get out of here. They're coming over and they might have some questions. Yes. We must leave, as where we're staying is potentially at risk of being discovered if we stay any longer. Would you mind, and gestures at the debut, dealing with them?
Oh, he'll turn his head to look at them, giving them the perfect opportunity to leave.
Yeah, as they do, Tasha will place a hand on Illustrial's shoulder. See you later, handsome. As the two of them disappear.
I think I could. Where did they go?
What? Was she talking to me or you?
I was too busy looking at the oncoming envoys of you know who.
The envoy. Oh,
he grabs his head, turns him toward the debuts.
And as we turn towards the debut, I'm going to flash over towards the other pair.
Yeah. Oh my god. The paths are converging.
Eyebrows.
Don't cross the streams. You never cross the streams.
Oh my god, we're crossing the streams.
That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
Citric, why are you so funny?
Citric, too funny. The question once again, leveled at Vex before we flash back over. I'm sorry, but why are you traveling with a Dalkir?
Well, to put it bluntly, we are both crew members of the KSS Homewrecker.
I don't know what a ship of some kind, I assume.
A ship is a word for it, yes. A spelljammer. Think a ship, but instead of sailing through the sea and the water, we sail through instead the stars.
Their eyes go a little bit wide. You sail among the dragon above. Truly, this world is something that I cannot fully understand. But if I have traveled to the place where, and gestures at Rye, where they hail from, then it does make sense. Looks around, this realm of chaos really lives up to its words.
Leah.
Mm-hmm.
What? To call Sigil a quote-unquote realm of chaos, that would not be...
It's definitely wrong. This person is definitely getting a a wrong understanding of what's going on.
A bit of correction, I'm so sorry. To call this a realm of chaos would be to be misled. Chaos is not the word that I would use for Sigil. I understand that the circumstances of which brought you here were certainly chaotic and were certainly not the norm for this city in particular. But I assure you, chaos is not the word that I would just haphazardly refer to the city of doors as.
They furrow their brow, seem very confused. We are not in the city within Xoriat, then. We are somewhere else.
Not at all.
I
promise, wherever you think you are, and this is not going to be news you want to hear, but it is the truth. Wherever you think you are, I promise you are not there.
The place where we are at is, I guess, consider it a place in between places, in between all places. I myself have never been here in the city. I come from the Outlands. Still connected to other places, but, well, this is the biggest, I guess you can call it a port between realms.
They seem very unsettled whenever Rot is talking, and they're giving Rot the eye, but they're still trying to be as respectful as they can. I will try to understand this, and I thank you for telling me. I will be honest. I have been with the Gatewatch for many, many years now, but I have never experienced something like this. You all, at this moment, like during the conversation, the other knight would kind of walk up and fall into line. There's a brief moment where they catch up, again in a language you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Though they would, if you didn't speak tongue, or if this person didn't have tongues, still cast on them. As they step up, you would understand their half of the conversation. My apologies, Captain. I am here. It appears I was mistaken. I will not fall prey to that mistake again. And they respond, and then once more you hear this person. No, I don't think they are. If you want me to check, I can, though. Okay. As you wish, Captain. And this person steps up to Rot as well. They don't seem aggressive, but they do seem to be appraising. And their eyes flash a silvery blue for a second before they take a step back. It appears you are correct, Captain. They do register. Even to me as well. It's not a mistake.
You address me a lot as... What was it, Talkir?
They all tense as you say that.
Did I say something wrong? You've been saying that word a lot. I'm not supposed to say it?
It is fine to say when it's more... Dalkir are a dangerous group. There are many myths of them, one of which is that they can summon their own kind. I was worried that is what you were doing. They are a people where we come from. People is a very loose term. More close to gods of chaos and pain, destruction, rot, worms, madness, beings of pure evil incarnates made manifest.
When they say beings of pure evil made manifest, this is the first time where Vex has kind of let their sort of poker face slip a little bit, and their mouth turns from a polite smile and open attempts at empathy to, for lack of a better word, slight disappointment.
In all my recorded years, there has, well, never been any recorded cases of diplomatic relations with a Dalkir. Me speaking with one right now is, well, a first in the history of our people. The Gatewatch have guarded Eberron for hundreds of years now. We do not do so lightly.
I think the thing that you will find is that not everyone can fall into a solid box. And furthermore, beings that are supposedly evil incarnate by quote-unquote design may not always be. And I think if I am to offer you a word of caution, to be a little bit more open-minded as you walk along these streets, as I have no doubt in my mind that this will not be your only first encounter.
For what it's worth, yeah, you saw. All I wanted was to help, and I can tell you wanted the same. You ran to intervene. That speaks good of you. I hope my actions speak well of me.
I have never seen anyone of your kind quite like you. There is something different, but nonetheless, I will... Looks at you, Vax. Try. This is a strange place. Do you... And again, looking at Vax, do you know somewhere I could go? We could go.
I do, actually. And if I may, you mentioned that you needed to think and process, and I'm sure this processing is definitely a thing that's going to be on your mind for quite some time. There is a place, it is a tavern of sorts. Physically, it's a log cabin. It is... pause, Leah, we're in the market ward now, right?
You are in the ladies' ward, and I would just really quickly bring y'all where you are.
Just
yeah.
Making sure I say the right thing.
Ladies' ward is over here.
Okay.
Market ward is ward side, so it'd be that. So, but you would know, you would be able to point in the direction. You would be able to say far side of the big market down there.
Right. So they're gonna point. So if you head in that direction, there will be a giant market at the far southernmost point of that. You'll find a log cabin. It'll seem, well, very out of place. You'll know when you've found it. The place is called the Sullen Moon. There is a lovely individual there by the name of Frost. They will help take care of you, and if you need it, tell them Vex sent you.
They look to the other two and seem to repeat in, again, the language you don't understand before looking back at you. And they do not a full kneel, but they do the, put one leg back, drop into, a half kneel stance, and bow a little bit at you. Gatewatch protect you.
Keep the light,
And
whatever you do.
they like, we're about to say something, and they stop, and they look at you. Keep the light. For you, I hope when next we meet, you continue to prove my biases wrong.
I hope you keep protecting people.
It is my sworn duty. They nod and begin to march off with the others towards the directions that Vex gave them.
Vex?
Mark down that they're there.
Vex,
They look to you.
is everyone going to tell me what I am?
Oh.
In what way, my friend?
I thought I had a glimpse of it yesterday, and now there is more people telling me a different thing, or perhaps the same. I just don't know.
Well, if there's one thing I do know, and it's not just about you, it's about both of us. We may be lacking in context or information about our origins, but there is one thing that I do know. That is, you are you. You are Rot. And regardless of whatever label or whatever depiction or description another person puts on you, it is not indicative of your nature or your personality or your ethics, your morals. It is not indicative of your goals. And if you keep to that, there's one thing that you will know, and that is who you are. And they will actually like take their fist and like tap their chest twice. Who you really are. It's not something that I think... There's a pause. It's not something that I think will necessarily help you find information. Certainly doesn't help me. But it will keep you sure of, at the very least, your sense of self. And in a place like this, you cannot lose that. And as if to show like a gesture of, call it empathy, call it solidarity, whatever you will, they will, besides the in the moment moments that they have been in taking action and whatnot, they will stretch out their wings extremely far, like to the full length that they can go before then letting them tuck back in underneath their cloak. And at that, they will notice that they are being approached.
Not really being approached. You just like look over, and one of the Debu has just like started repairing the spots where like the worm had kind of smashed the cobblestone and everything.
Got it.
And as you like look over towards them, the little speech bubble appears above their head and just like a little like waves at you emoji.
We'll give them a little like a half baked salute, just of acknowledgement.
Rod waves back.
There's an orange, a pear, and then a pair of binoculars.
Slow nod.
Any more you want to have in this scene?
Just one last thing. Just, like with everything coming down, Rod just will realize, Marsh, damn it, I ran. Where is the little guy?
You look
Oh
around.
no!
Marsh is not with you.
Oh no!
Roll me an intelligence check. It's the last time you remember seeing him.
That's an 11.
The last time you remember seeing him is as you met up with Xoruk you kept walking, and he kept stopping and looking back towards Xoruk, and you don't remember seeing him after your running through and like trying to escape the thing that was following you.
Oh no! Oh, I lost them. Vex, I lost Marsh. I lost Marsh.
Where, hold on. Where did you see them last?
I was on the ground. I met with Xoruk past the lake, and there was something following me. I don't know what it was. It just walked weird. I had to run, and now I realize I left the little guy behind.
There's a moment, very, very brief moment, that to you, Rot, is going to read as silence. But in the group chat, I'm going to announce, so, do you remember the small fifth? Apparently, we are now down to 4 of the 5 intended to be here.
Perfect.
Oddly enough, there's no response from Xoruk.
I feel like at this point,
Xoruk is dead.
It's so odd.
There's a subtle feeling from Vex of he'll. I mean, this is sometimes he just doesn't respond. It's not common, but sometimes he just doesn't respond.
It's most common in Sigil.
Right. But there is an understanding, at least, intention in the moment of mainly addressing both Kazador and Hakka.
Mm-hmm.
Without just, like, announcing it into the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
So what do you say again really quick? Sorry.
We had a small fifth. That small fifth is no longer here. It appears we have lost it.
Kazador shakes the shock away from his expression. Right. Marsh. Forgotten. Well, with the 4 of us together, tracking him down shouldn't be too terribly much of a chore.
Last Rot saw of Marsh was apparently when he had met Xoruk. But then he was chased by something. I obviously when we can reconvene whenever you're ready. But whenever we reconvene, I will let them speak for themselves.
And as we have that conversation, we're going to flash back over towards these two having a conversation with the debut.
Yeah.
Thank you for that setup.
Is one of these debuts the one I healed?
One is the one that you healed. As it's the one behind, and it looks at you, Hakka, and it's like a little explosion of mini hearts just above their head.
Hakka blinks, just like, you speak with illusions, and Hakka points above their head.
There's a thumbs up.
Fascinating. I am Hakka Banemaw. Do you have a name? Is your name these glyphs?
A bunch of weird symbols appear above both of their heads.
I looked at Kazador because Hakka's taking this in, but he's like, this is very outside of his wheelhouse.
Did it make any sense to me?
This is not a language you speak, if it is a language.
Kazador just shakes his head shallowly.
They look between each other. A 1 appears over the one closer to you head, and the 2 appears over the one behind its head.
Dabu 1 and Dabu 2.
They both kind of nod. Like the very faintest little, nod.
Well, I'm happy to see you are all right. Is there any other injured? I do have more healing magics, if you need.
They look between each other. Actually, one looks back at two, and two holds up a hand like a stop hand, like don't worry about it. One is going to point around, and a bunch of little colored dots are going to appear above its head, and then a question mark, and then it's going to look at you, Kazador.
The portals. I'm not sure.
It seems to accept this as a genuine response.
Heard.
Go ahead.
All I heard was screaming. I ran into this alley and I saw all of these portals. I did my best to close as many as I could. It seems like people from other worlds stepped through, and I don't know if they have a way back.
A archway and a door handle appear above that one's head. And they look between each other, and there is a nod of affirmation, and the two of them begin floating after the knights.
Pleasure, talking? Pleasure conversing with you.
Two looks back at you, and a little, waving hand appears again, and gives, a bye, as they walk away.
I have never seen such creatures.
I expected the servants of the Lady of Pain to be a bit more imposing.
Excuse me?
Oh, yes. Yabus, they work directly with the Lady of Pain. They're her... They're like the kobolds to her dragon. To put it very, very simply.
No, that actually is a perfect, example to give Hakka. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I guess it's good. I guess it's good that I healed one, and I guess it's good that we're just making friends left and right.
Quite. I've heard that those who interfere with their business get transferred to upper management.
Between you and me, I would rather not want to deal with that.
Seconded. I've only heard rumors, and I don't want to corroborate them.
Let's go meet with the others and see if they are okay.
Right. I don't know if you heard, but apparently Marsh is missing.
Yes, the little creature. I hope he's okay. This is a big city, and Hakka just looks at the whole ring of it.
We should meet up with the others before another group of people comes up to us and starts talking.
Yep. You see the following, almost following after Kazador, as you're
it's that fucking the other two. It's that fucking comic of the child power walking, and then the lady starts power walking after him, and they just progressively start sprinting and running.
Yeah. But you walk up to the group, and everyone is as one once again, except for Xoruk. We miss you, bud.
You will is going to try to put a calming hand on your shoulder, just reaffirming it'll be okay as the two approach.
Good work, you two. And you, points to Rot. You are terrifying. Hakka doesn't mean that as an insult. He's impressed.
Yeah, but Rod still say, I am sorry?
No, don't apologize.
That was impressive spell work there, Rod. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Instilling fear in an enemy is halfway to breaking them. Good work.
But you also saved plenty of lives, I'm sure, keeping that giant beast still as you did.
The portals, it doesn't want to a lot of me, so I was not all too confident, so I just did what I could to take the worm away from it.
What you did was plenty, and then some. Well done, everyone. Seems that this incursion has been thwarted.
Quite. So where to from here?
Well, we should try and track down our fifth.
Vex. Oh, wait, no, not you. Sorry, Rot. You know this little one more than anyone here. If you were a short little plant mushroom creature, where would you go?
Yeah, would I have gotten any sensation that Marsh wanted to follow Xoruk?
Roll an insight check. This is kind of retroactive, but it's you like thinking back over the circumstance and like you weren't thinking about it too much at the time, but now you're like, wait a second, like yeah, like was that kind of yeah, absolutely. Insight check.
That's a sub 20.
Ooh.
He kept looking back. You had to like call him 2 or 3 times. You got a sense that maybe there was like concern, perhaps, for Xoruk on Marsh's behalf. Marsh tends to have these like flights of fancy where he gets really focused on like one thing or one individual. It's happened already a couple times in the campaign. And you get the sense that Xoruk was the target right there. And you think there's a good chance that instead of following you, Marsh followed Xoruk instead.
Now that I think about it, the little guys seem really focused on Xoruk, and from what I've learned of them, they tend to follow those lights of fancy, I guess. The other weird thing is that down there, and points towards the sewer lead, I got projected into the city through the underside of it, and as I was getting close to here, something was following me. Something that looked like a person, but wrong. It's weird to explain it. There's something down there. I did my best to lose them, and if I can say something about myself, I'm really good at losing people, but they
Oh, that's sad.
Is a bit sad.
Rod kind of shrinks a little bit at that.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. Looks like Kazador. I'm worried that if we go down, we might see that thing. Just, I don't know. I feel that Marsh might be following Xoruk. We heard from him. We might hear from Marsh.
If that is the case, then it is likely that we won't hear from either of them until we regroup. I know Xoruk had his own goals and things that he needed to accomplish here in Sigil before we move forward. So, if we are to assume that Marsh is with Xoruk, it might be some time before we actually make any sort of contact.
Then I suppose for the moment there's nothing more we can do.
Then
Pardon me, I don't mean to interrupt, but we wanted to thank you. Stepping forward from the group of following is a stunning, fiendish individual. She's got long, curling horns, beautiful wings, a whipping little tail, this kind of red-orange skin with this kind of burnt orange sections to it, like on the neck and on the palms, and the eyes themselves glow with a deep yellow, as dressed in the priestly robes of the following. I apologize. I can see you're recovering. We just wanted to thank you.
Of course.
We heard people in need and simply acted.
Her face kind of like, she smiles, but not just like smiles. She smiles with her eyes too. Like it's a very warm smile. I genuinely was hoping you would say something to that effect. You are the exact kind of people that the following looks for. I don't know if any of you have considered, well, or heard our teachings, but those that wish to help all, regardless of who they are, regardless of where they come from, that's what we admire most. I know that based on my appearance, I might, well, not be the best representative of our people, but I believe that that makes me even more... I don't know. I'm sorry. I proselytized a lot.
No, I understand. Looks have nothing to do with character, and this isn't my first run in with the following. I met several of you. Not you specifically, but several of your following back at oh god,
We met them in the Gnosis cluster.
Yeah. Back at this place called the Gnosis cluster.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar. But what I can tell you is that I'm not surprised. We've been growing even more so as of late, and I'm glad to hear that we've been spreading even in far corners that I have yet to hear of.
In the astral sea, as it seems.
Well,
tell me, where
in his path.
is there any primary church or place of worship for the following?
Yes, if you had, and gestures like pretty close by to the temple ward side of the ladies' ward, like in the temple district, gestures that direction. We are. It's just over there. It's called the Empty Church. It's never empty. I believe the intent is that, well, there is no one being that is lauded above others, though even that is not necessarily true. We all strive one day to be able to hold the true understanding in our minds the way that he does.
He.
The follower.
The follower.
They nod.
Tell me, when did this follower appear?
Oh, some years ago now, I must say. It has been a few years. There was an altercation in the city, one with a great evil entity who came in, demanding to bend this world to his own will. And when he was shunted and mazed, well, it wasn't long after that the follower appeared, able to revel in her glory and her power without risking himself. He says it was the act of banishment of a truly evil would-be god that let him know what she truly was.
So this follower worships the Lady of Pain.
Can I roll a history check?
Yeah.
I'm smiling ear to ear.
I'm just
right
taking
now.
a sip of my
No,
coffee right now
yeah.
because this is all sounding very familiar.
Yeah, in Kazador, this is, you can tell when Hakka is, like, not necessarily leading people on, but he's in investigative mode. Especially with, like, spiritual, like, people. Hakka's
You
in.
really know how to talk up religious individuals.
That's going to be a 19 on my history.
you know the story of Vecna. You've studied Sigil. Like you know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So let me see if I've got this straight. The Lady of Pain banished Vecna from this place. And
They nod.
when that happened, the follower was created?
Well, no. Created isn't the right word. He can tell his story better than I can, but to me, and they almost choke up a little bit, is kind of a hero. Not many demons can overcome our nature, and I admire a Tanar'ri who forgives any standing they might have. His power is enough to rival that of a demon lord, and he uses it for good. It's truly a miracle.
Kazador, like, just eyes over at Hakka, doesn't turn his head, looks over at him, looks back.
Yeah, same.
She said Tanar'ri?
A Tanar'ri. Xoruk told you about that term not long ago. It is used for the highest class of demons. Things like named Merilith. Baelors with a reputation.
Can it be devils or demons, or just
There is a
anything?
I think it's specifically demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Tanar'ri are the demon version of that.
That's like Baphomet, Demogorgon, Grozd.
Mhm. They were all the demon lords are
I know,
were
all the
once
Stranger Things
Tanar'ri.
hits.
But all the demon lords were once Tanar'ri, and they've just kind of ascended to the highest level of it. But they're all in the same class, Tanar'ri.
Well, we might have to find our way to this follower. Is there a path to the follower?
This empty church, they said, is where they gather.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned he worships the Lady of Pain, and he, like, looks around as if even uttering that would be enough to bring her about.
She smiles like a wide and Hakka, you've seen this kind of smile before. It's the smile of someone who just got asked the exact question they were hoping to get asked. As a matter of fact, yes, every day you can find a sermon, and he always worships at the end. In fact, it is not uncommon that her presence is made known shortly after or before his worship.
She attends these sermons.
She has been known to in the past, not everyone. Though some of us believe that, well, the old rumors where she can exist wherever she wants in the city and is only visible when she wishes. But there are many of us who believe that she attends everyone, just not showing it to everyone.
She is Sigil herself, so...
Exactly. And while I cannot claim she is a god, I do not understand. She is powerful.
Well, consider my curiosity piqued. My compatriots and I do have business to attend for ourselves, but...
But your offer is kind, and one that we may consider.
If you ever need a place to stay, we have cells open to you. You, by the way, just really quickly, using the, like, traditional priestly term for cell.
Yeah, the guy that was studying, like, soybeans and shit, like, came up with the term cells, I think. Yeah.
But yes, we will always have rooms available for those who are lost and in need.
I see.
Well, we're not too lost yet. But,
But
thank you for your time.
and your
My
generosity.
apologies again. May he guide you as they begin to walk out.
Yeah. Well, once they get out of earshot, Hakka's just gonna look to the group. I can recognize cults when I see them.
This, as far as I've been made to understand the situation, and he just slowly turns with somewhat of a haunted look on his face. Every bit of information I've come across about this place, every person I've talked to that had any sort of knowledge about Sigil said the same thing. The Lady of Pain is not to be trifled with. The Lady of Pain is not to be worshipped. And yet now, a full-blown, plane-spanning cult around her is cropped up. And she apparently attends some of these sermons, even.
If there's anything I know, and Hakka realizes what he's about to say, but he's still gonna say it. The thing is, we have mortal perceptions. What they perceive as the Lady of Pain giving them grace. There could be bigger things at play. They could be wrong.
Back at the ship, when I first joined you, Marsh had something to say. The drawing, the mask, it was her mask, but not right. Remember that, right?
Yes.
What was he talking about?
Marsh, at one point when you were on the ship, drew what looked like the Lady of Pain's mask, but it was wrong.
But it was
Certain
wrong.
Details of it were wrong.
And Marsh kept pointing between Rot and, if I remember correctly, Vex, and then the mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had in my notes anyway.
Correct.
So, with that in mind, Vex is actually going to speak up and say, the last time I interacted with someone who claimed themselves to be the land, they reveled when it was convenient, useful, and entertaining. If I am to understand, granted these entities to be of similar but very different clothes, I have to wonder if we are to assume that this is the real Lady of Pain. And there's like this moment of pause where like Vex looks around and is like,
Yeah.
am I even allowed to say this? Are we back in the building again? Am I allowed to say that word? Am I allowed to say that name? And before continuing, then I have to wonder, what would the motivations of a deity be to keep something or someone of that nature, if not to be useful? Now that, aside the fact, there is no shortage in this world, in this universe, in this plane, of con artists. There is no shortage of illusionists and enchanters. And if we are dealing with a demon, I don't mean to be forward, but we are dealing with an unreliable narrator.
Hakka's just nodding slowly.
Kazador will just slowly look around at the place where so much carnage was earlier in the day, and just sort of think about everything that happened. He saw two of the most powerful mages in his world's history just here suddenly. He's hearing about things that shouldn't be. Creatures from the far realms making their way into real space. and the fabric between the planes breaking down. Something massive is happening, I think.
And that is where we're going to leave the session for today.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good one, Leah. Good one.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, y'all killed it today. Great roll. Everyone crossed the board hero point. Great role play.
Let's
great,
fucking
great
go.
combat,
This was an
great
awesome
teams.
session.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Give
I had a
Xoruk a hero
blast.
point as well.
I will give Xoruk a hero
Played
point.
his
I have
role
a
as
plan.
Sir not appearing in this episode.
Killed
To a
it,
T.
honestly. No notes.
Wow. Things are happening here.
Everything happens so much.
Everything
All the
happens
time.
so much.
That's Sigil,
And
baby.
I'm really glad that y'all are starting to put the puzzle pieces together where a lot of things that are like, oh yeah, this is kind of weird. Oh, this is kind of disparate. Wait a fucking second.
Yep.
It's a great feeling. Y'all are killing it. Y'all, great job today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder if certain parts of this conflict are being explored in, say, a different campaign.
Who knows? Perhaps the cause of all of this conflict is being dealt with elsewhere by another team.
On Tuesdays, even.
It's funny because
Connor and I talked about this, and Connor's that party's they're dealing with the eve of ruin. You know, who's causing this nonsense? This campaign is about the consequences of like 8 other D&D campaigns who just leave things. Like after the D&D campaign's over, it's just like, okay. And then, you know, shit goes on. And I'm sitting over here like, okay, but there's a lot
but
of
what
threads.
if it didn't go on? What if it was still
So
there?
I'm real glad. I'm real
Oh,
glad.
yeah.
Connor, you were going to say.
I was just gonna say, you know, it seems like between the two teams, so to speak, big quote unquote, between the two teams that are handling these similar situations, it's, you know, really high level, really powerful, established globe-trotting adventurers versus a bunch of fuckers who stumbled into this.
It's so good. The juxtaposition is insane.
The dichotomy. So good. Ah. Well,
I'm happy.
chat,
Connor, thank you again for letting me play Illustrial and Tasha. I love playing them. They were a blast.
Absolutely. Yeah, to pull the curtain back a little bit, I did know some of what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I mean, but
I asked permission. I was like, hey, you know, would they be doing this? And Connor was like, yeah. And I was like, cool.
Yeah. Oh, man. But excellent session, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out and for watching. I hope you all had as much fun as we did. But let's go around the horn and de-introduce ourselves so we can get off here, because soon after we stop the stream here, I'm going to be going live again with some Amogus.
Oh, heck yeah.
So let's go around the horn, starting with TheropodArt.
Hi, hello, it's me, your boy, TheropodArt. Again, I'm just gonna post the GoFundMe for my pet lizard, Beanbag. He's gonna need surgery in like a week, and I need as much funds as I can get so I can just weather the storm that is that. Thank you so much to everybody that's donated and shared it. If I think about it too hard, I start crying. So I don't want to. I did that last year during Ravenloft, so I'm gonna save the crying for that, I guess. Other than that, catch me here on Tuesdays. Y'all know where to find me. Blue Sky Tumblr, Fur Affinity, everywhere. TheropodArt, Lizard Fun Bags if you want to see the naughty stuff. Commissions are open, but are a bit slower right now because the stress of life is stressful. And yeah, that's me. That's what I'm doing.
Aw, yeah. Up next, we've got Tixdixl.
Howdy.
Who-
You can find me all over the internet at Tixdixl. Tomorrow we got more No Love War Extra. Monday we got more Deltarune, and then we're back here again on Friday. Nothing too out of the usual, so that's pretty much me.
Excellent. Excellent. After that, we've got Citric King.
Hi, hello, I'm Citric. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Citric King, everywhere being mainly Blue Sky, then Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter if you want to see a dead account. Did not get to post the Monday thing this week, but I'll be sure to go back to it on next week. Other than that, just repeat the fact that Thero needs your help. Beanbag needs your help. Please consider it.
Thank you.
Help beanbag, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
And of course, none of this would be possible without our wonderful GM, Amusing Thalia.
I am Shide. I am here doing this thing, but because they are not here today, you can find XanillisGrimm at XanillisGrimm on Blue Sky and at their channel on Twitch at XanillisGrimm. They're doing way too much TTRPG stuff, so if you want to see some more of that, that's where you can find them. They're going to be on the Unexpectables tomorrow for the rad Cyberpunk game that Connor's going to be running. And you can also find them every other week on Sunday doing the Those Who Wander game with me and Saris. They have another game on Mondays, but they're doing Ravenloft right now. So you can find them bouncing around on a bunch of different channels doing a bunch of cool stuff. I'm also here, but you can, if you want to know where I am and you don't know where I am already, you can listen to the beginning of the stream. I love you. Here you go, Connor.
That's me. You know what it is. If you're not watching this live on twitch.tv/DistortionDevil, then you're watching this on patreon.com/DevilsAndDiceRolls or youtube.com/DevilsAndDiceRolls. Yeah. And I'll be going live here, like I said, shortly after we stop, so stick around. I'm not going to do any raiding as of yet because we've still got more gaming going into the evening. But yes.
Drink your sorcery, coffee, or beard.
Indeed. Do both of those with code DistortionDevil. You can save 10 to 15% off. Actually, you know, I realize...
Aww.
I actually wondered why it was 10 to 15%, and I looked it up, and actually there are certain products that will actually help me out just a little bit more. If you're interested. For Bones Coffee Company, if you order the Berry Chocolate Stardust, Cherry Ice Cream, Shark Bite, which is one of my favorites, personally, Orange Sickle, or Pina Colada.
That sounds nice.
Ordering any of those flavors will help me out just a little bit more. So, yeah. Recommend the Shark Bite. Highly recommend the Shark Bite. Is good. Also, Pina Colada coffee? What? Holy crap.
Oh, when
Good
that
pina
shark
coladas.
bites. Oh, with its teeth, dear.
I'm crazy enough to try it.
I mean, sounds pretty good.
It sounds crazy.
Hell
But
yeah.
that will do it for us here, I believe. Except, oh my goodness.
Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Ruinous Paths D&D for the raid. Thank you, Something Witty Gaming for the raid as well. How's it going over there? I hope the Something Witty team is having a blast. And Lord Archive, thank you for the 43 months. And with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get on out of here. But thank you so much for stopping by. We hope you see you for the next episode. Zan's going to be back. We're going to try and find Marsh. And we're going to unravel this reality-spanning mystery, it seems. But for now, take care, everybody.
I abandoned my boy.
Bye-bye.
I abandoned my boy.
Have a good bye.
Have a goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.